Let the ad breaks go. Hopefully the bitrate will jump back up again. Nice. Get set up to see the chat.
Hello there.
Hey, Gunkles. Hello, hello. Hey, Cheesy! Haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome on in. Hope you're both doing well. We're just gonna let the beginning ads go and then we'll get started. But I definitely recommend heeding the content warnings that are pinned up in the chat. Now mind the, hey Bray! Thank you for the lurk. Have a good lurk. I will say that the content warnings are not necessarily all of this is going to happen, because it is a visual novel. That means that it's covering all bases. So the content warning list for this time may seem really perilous, and honestly, I can't tell you how it's gonna go. I've heard that this is the most devastating episode so far, and that's really, really good. But that it is a roller coaster ride. So I am both nervous and really excited. My mood is Kermit biting his nails. Hi, Fuser. So I'm just stretching, easing on in. Using the Fugi again today because I'm a little bit tired today, but I don't know. I just wanted to do something a little bit social. I was sick a lot of the week, so it felt like a nice thing to do today. Because I love sharing this game with y'all. But yeah, for the content warnings, because, you know, it's gonna be hard to know which of the content warnings we will hit with our current route until we're there. If any of those warnings, I'll wait until we're outside of the ads to say it so that folks can actually hear me. We're almost there. But yeah. It should be really good though. So if you can do okay with any of the stuff that's warned about in there, it'll be worth it. Ice Snow, I love that emote so much. This is my favorite. Just a little cat scooting in. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Alright, we're almost out of the ad break. We're almost free. Prince and Seatbelt are both in the cat tree behind me. Half asleep. They probably will sleep for most of the stream. But they are both watching me intently from their little sleeping positions. So they are both good to go. Welcome back, everyone. But yeah, this is the last currently available episode of Scarlet Hollow. There is still another episode that is going to come out, and then I do believe that Scarlet Hollow will be finished then. They did do a price increase recently, but they mentioned it's going to be the final price increase. So the price that Scarlet Hollow is now is the final price. Well worth it. This game has over 1 million words in it. Any playthrough will only skim about 30% at most of the story. Our story so far has been wild. It'll recap it here for in a moment, but some big things. We still don't know where Stella is, so worried about Stella. Oh yeah, and let me know if my mic volume is good, if all of the audio sounds okay. I am happy to adjust it as you need. Um, so Stella is still missing. We have a monster boyfriend now who I was about to say maybe ate his mom, but no, he ate his mom. That's not a maybe. We saw him eat his mom. Um, yeah, we might have that in the recap. So this is a horror game. It is a kind of slow burn horror game, but we are pretty far into the story. We will have a recap in a moment, so if you need any recapping on what happened, we'll get that very soon. But if you do need to heed the content warnings, as I was starting to say earlier, we might not hit every content warning on the list just due to the nature of visual novels, but if there's anything on there that is particularly not so good for you. I love horror, I love sharing horror, but I think horror with consent is always super important. So always make sure to take care of yourself. If there's something that might be a little too much for you, I will see you on the next time, and don't worry about it. You can always catch the VODs too if you ever want to give it a chance later. But all of that being said, hello everyone, hello Wit, thank you for the swords, thank you for the fire points. I forget the names of them. The save points in the game with the souls and the demons. Oh, thank you, Cheesy. That's very sweet. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I am stalling a little bit because I am nervous, but I am also really excited. So I think we should just get on with it. And yeah, if you need any adjustments to the volume, 30! Whoa! That's an impressive streak. Hell yeah. Thank you. That's like a month's worth of daily streams. It is. Let us begin. If you'd like to continue with this world state, such as it is.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hey, bananas. But yeah, we already saved this world state, so we're good. We're good. Whoop. There we go. Would you like to see a recap? Yes, absolutely. And this is my first time ever seeing episode 5 at all. Episode 5 has been out for a while now, a couple months, but I have avoided everything about episode 5. Absolutely everything. So everything, I have no idea what we're getting into. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet. Your cousin's mother and your aunt seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. As the locks fall, the doors moan open, revealing the entrance to what once must have been an incredibly lavish ballroom. Faintly in the distance, you can hear the quiet notes of an old piano playing from another room. Wait a minute, you must be... Oh my god, wait, I heard somebody at school talking about how the long-lost Scarlet heir was coming back to town this week. You know, for the funeral? That must be them. And then it emerges, an honest-to-goodness mountain lion, and there is something horribly wrong with it. It doesn't bother trying to hide now, leaping down into the clearing with killing intent in its wide, yellow eyes, ready to finish what it started, and then... Damn! Nearly had the thing.
Wait, a run-in? What kind of run-in? Was it supernatural?
Like I said, you won't believe it. Now put that dang camera away. At least it's a nice night, even if the circumstances leave something to be desired. Help yourself to jerky. As for beer, I was planning on having both cans myself. I suppose I can be convinced to spare one. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. It barely staggers back, and the shove having done little more than shift the thing's attention to you. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural.
Gretchen!
You both turn just in time to see the end of Gretchen's leash disappearing into the underbrush. Her yelps grow distant as she's dragged away. Your cousin reaches for the headlights. Ale. You can ever so faintly make out the name tag on his jacket. Wayne. Welcome home. The figure steps out of the light, disappearing back into the darkness of the woods. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend. Maybe it'll help you calm down a bit. I think you'll like today's mix. It's chaga and lemon balm. Should help ease your stress and tension. And if you ever feel like talking, I'll be all ears. I see you're a private person. I can respect that. You never know how someone might respond to hearing the truth of what you encountered last night. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there.
Nothing strenuous, we promise.
Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what you can manage right now anyways. Wax and Wayne. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that.
Fuck you, Wayne.
Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. As you leave Tabitha's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through the hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill.
I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days.
You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things keep happening to me? Whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, all right? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left, so it's actually like really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Correction! Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning.
My dad says our house is haunted.
but she's interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, or you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber.
Ale, are you all right?
You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down.
Holy shit, you're okay. Thank God.
We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. There are two of them now. This is very important to the plot. The sanctity of the possums will save the town. I just realized that my chat view cut out. There we go. Ad break? That's not correct. Hold on. Let me just make sure I can see y'all. There we go. Possum distribution system. Truly. They're so cute. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot.
Oh, Ale, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. You two did right by those kids, though. What a blessing. Everyone getting out of that situation all right.
Morning. Is the new blend ready?
Of course.
Ale, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. Well, if it ain't Ale. Bo, this is Miss Scarlet's cousin. They were there when that blah, 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 blah. They were there with Stella that night in the woods. It's a pleasure to meet you, Ale. My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Hope you've been faring better since all that unpleasantness. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Sorry. Come on in. Don't worry, it's empty. Yep, he's a dog. Mayor Jimmy! We always gotta pause to appreciate Mayor Jimmy. Mayor Jimmy! And judging from the series of portraits lining the walls, Tabitha wasn't pulling your leg. Every mayor of Scarlet Hollow in living memory has also been a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Whoever he is, you can feel his desperation to make a good first impression, a self-sustained and self-fulfilling prophecy.
I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Ale. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt. I'm sure she's in a better place now.
Nah, she's rotten in hell, dude. She sucked.
If you'd ever like to discuss your beliefs, my door's always open.
Nope. Get out of here.
Her boy! Our boy! I missed him. Okay, we will get back to the recap. Now the recap is going to cover stuff from closer to where we are. So I have been staying true to only doing the one save state. We're doing just the one path, not save scumming, not seeing the alternative routes. I was curious though about the movie, like what the movie was, because there was an option that we didn't end up taking where you could sit and watch a horror movie with Reese. And so I looked up that scene, and only that scene. And I'm so glad I did, and I'm also kind of bummed that I didn't do it, because the movie that they talk about is definitely one of my favorite horror movies of all time. And so it's just this extended scene of Reese gushing and nerding out over what is actually one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It is this B indie horror movie from Japan called Noroi the Curse. Noroi the Curse. Noroi, and then usually it has the after title of the curse. It's really weird. It's really good. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a really interesting found footage horror movie. I think it's a really cool example of the genre, and it gets so weird and so freaky, and I love that movie. I think I've seen it 3 times now, and I kind of want to see it again because after watching that scene and watching him gush over, I'm like, I just want to watch that movie again. So, the Trapezoid Man. You be nice to my Trapezoid. I support those angles. But yeah, we did miss out on that. Though it might have been for the best, because then I probably would have gone on like an hour-long tangent about Noroi the Curse. If we did that. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately and haven't been cleaning much. Dinner's already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with sharp, fierce gaze. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week, while Ale is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that, so I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Hey, you're here sooner than I expected. Hope dinner went okay? It was super awkward. Oscar startles as the door swings open. Seems I made it just in time. Let's get the show on the road. I don't have all night. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish brown. I'm going for it. And for anyone just coming in, we're going through the recap of all the episodes, so you haven't missed a thing yet. Wait, did you hear music? Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the Resonant clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Squanch. Squish. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Bullshit! I hope I didn't come too late. It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. You must be joking. Let's just leave. Agreed. Sybil, you got in here. Can you get us out? Sybil sighs. Tabitha, are you sure you want to leave this business unfinished? Absolutely. This is not our problem. If you think it's the best course of action, yes, I can get you out. It's only a question of seeing through the illusion. We're in a basement. Even if all of your senses are telling you otherwise, try closing your eyes and remembering where you are. Sorry, I can't talk right now. See you later. She hurries off down the road. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Ale. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. You open your eyes and it's a new day. You check your messages, but there's nothing from Stella. Oh yeah, that's right, we found a goat. We found a goat. We found a goat. A warm barnyard smell floods your senses as you stare down at the goat within. It stares back up at you from its place on the tiled floor, surrounded by dried herbs. You take the tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, and you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. Now, on to business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here. A cat. An enemy lurking in plain sight. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing, rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. Oh, they didn't let us see Reese chop down the wall with an axe. That part was so good. I liked seeing our boy with an axe. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you struggle past it. Whoa, are you okay? The goatest of all time. The goatest goat of all goat. You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. It skipped all of our flirting with Reese? Okay, well, what the recap skipped was that we flirted super hard with Reese. We fainted, he carried us downstairs, and then we flirted with him hard as soon as we came to. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. Here he go! As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand. I'll pull you out. And then he got a tail. Leave us alone.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hey, Ellen. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Here he come. Nom 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 nom. Our boyfriend. This was a sad scene. Is this what you are so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. But you didn't take the tranquilizers, did you? You stumble back into the safe room, away from the open doorway, and Dr. Kelly. Oh my god. You didn't get them, did you? Reese pushes his now massive form into the safe room, staring down at his mother. Yeah, and he ate her. I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow. You should try to spend some time in that old building before you head into town. Tabitha won't be around, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. And you might be surprised at what you find. Yeah, I found a goat. It was cool. Until then, sleep well. Wayne, please go away. He disappears into the underbrush. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese, out in the woods somewhere, blood-stained, free, and beautiful. And then you think of nothing. And now, we are at episode 5. Everybody buckle in. Everybody get set. It's time. It is time. Can you all hear the... Where is the music? Oh, it's really quiet. Okay. I'm gonna raise the music a little bit, because the music is so beautiful in this game. But if it gets too loud, please let me know. A lonely piano refrain echoes through your head as you sleep. It feels like it goes on forever, clumsy and uncertain of itself, stopping and starting at random. As your dreams start to fade, you realize the music is following you to the waking world, continuing even as your mind re-solidifies and banishes the last few remnants of your dreams. When it finally stops, you're startled by the sudden silence. The possums! They're here! Hello, they're worried about me! You're awake now, cold and uncomfortable, your muscles stiff and achy, your head still clouded with sleep. You realize there's a concerning lack of blanket and mattress. There's nothing beneath you but the hard wooden floorboards, dusty and uneven. There's also a weight on your chest and claws digging gently into your skin. Your heart skips a beat. No, it's not Reese. It's a possum. You're greeted by two beady eyes staring down at you over the twitching nose of the opossums that live in your drawer. The other one is crouched in the corner, eyeing you warily. You are not in your room. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, they followed me all the way out. They were worried. Start crying. Stand up, smacking the... No! Maybe just start crying. It's been a heck of a week. Your lower lip trembles as tears well up in your eyes. They bubble over, streaming down your face as you lie on your back on the dirty floor crying. Oh! The larger possum in the corner seems unsettled, backing further away, but the possum on your chest takes a step forward, resting a tiny paw on your cheek. Oh. Ah! That's so sweet, but also ah! It licks away your tears. Oh, buddy. You may have to take every vaccine known to man to make sure you don't get a disease from the interaction, but the kindness of the tiny creature is clear. Hi, Kiki. The possum's a bit gigantified. We got kisses from the possum. That or it likes assault. Don't smack the possum. That's evil. You sniffle slightly, wiping away your tears, trying to gather yourself. Thank you. Aw, he's staying with us. Buddy. You stand, your legs still wobbly with sleep, the odd tilt of the floor adding to your unsteadiness. The possum clings to your shirt with its tiny claws, holding on for dear life. You must be in the Forbidden Wing. Uh-oh. And judging by the faint scent of death that still clings to the insides of your nostrils, you didn't find your way here by sleepwalking. Wayne wanted you to snoop around the Forbidden Wing. It seems like he didn't want to risk you getting sidetracked. The small opossum finally moves. It carefully makes its way down the length of your clothes, as if afraid you might notice it if it moves too quickly. Oh, he's just a little guy. It hastens when it finds solid ground, scurrying to the larger possum in the corner. The two stare up at you, not quite afraid, but clearly more wary now that you've risen to your full human height. Maybe they were watching over you as you slept, or maybe they were hoping you might be lunch. Either way, you're both going your separate ways now. Snuggle two sweethearts, it's true. There are two doors out of the barren room. One is a normal doorway leading into what you assume to be a hallway. The other is a door that must have once been hidden through the ruinous state of the wallpaper. Though this... Oh, God. My reading warm-ups have not helped. It's Sunday, y'all. Though the ruined state of the wallpaper has robbed it of its secrecy. Oh, man. Call someone, yell, hoping someone is there to hear you. Yeah, I don't want Wayne to show up, but I want Tabitha. I want my cousin. Tabby! You yell, hoping that Tabitha has yet to leave for the mines. You receive no response. Damn it! Call someone. You groggily pat your legs before realizing that you're still in your evening attire. It would seem Wayne wasn't thoughtful enough to bring your phone from the nightstand. Or maybe he'd prefer if you saw what there was to see in this place alone. Well... Alright. Let's look at this door. There doesn't seem to be a clear way to open it. Besides, the brass circle where a handle should be. Got it. You didn't bring a screwdriver into bed with you last night, and even if you did, you'd worry about damaging the ancient mechanism. Hopefully you can find either a handle or another way out deeper into the Forbidden Wing. Yeah, let's look through the hole. You lean forward, peering into the narrow opening at what lies behind the door. It's your room. Oh. Which means you'd be able to slip right back into the safety of the rest of the house if you could just manage to find the handle. You've always believed in working smarter, not harder. The estate is massive. There's gotta be a way out of the Forbidden Wing than this. And maybe, while you're looking, you'll catch a lucky break and stumble across the key. Continue deeper into the Forbidden Wing. And you carefully make your way across the slanted room and deeper into the wing. Aww. Before you is a long hallway. Dust dances in the weak sunlight, beaming in through cracked glass. A tinge of mildew stings your nose, warning you away. Oh, there's nowhere else to run now. An ornate entryway, its door long gone, breaks the monotony of the faded wallpaper, and the staircase looms at the far end. You can't help but notice the tracks leading up and down the grimy hallway floor. And you aren't surprised to see Wayne's unmistakable large boot prints along their number. Clearly, the Forbidden Wing is only forbidden for some. Let's look at the entryway. It seems like some kind of entertainment room. The sort you'd expect out of a fancy rich person. You expect out of fancy rich people who wanted to show off. It would feel elegant if not for the massive crack that runs the entire length of the floor. The air here stinks of mildew. You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms. Yeah, it's super not safe. There's a large painting on the far wall of the room. From a distance, it looks like it might depict the town. Something else catches your eye, too. A bookshelf, or rather, what's left of a bookshelf, hanging by a single rusted hinge. I'm just carefully looking at some of these scenes to see if Wayne is creeping about, because he's really good at jump scaring me. Maybe he's in the painting. Its sagging shelves reveal some sunless space beyond, once hidden, now exposed by the rot of the house. Let's check the bookshelf. And cross the parlor, testing each careful step along the way, and duck between the collapsed shelves of the old bookshelf. Whoa. Well, this is wild. Also, I guess I'm not surprised that our relatives were racist. Damn. There's so much detail in all of these scenes. The space is dark, its features barely illuminated by the faint light trickling in through the myriad of cracks and holes in the walls. The wallpaper, a deep, exquisite red, adds a blood-like glow to the dimness. Hi, Sploot. Dr. Sploot. Yeah. We're just getting started, and we're starting by exploring the haunted places of our cousin's house. So it's spooky cozy. But all of these are ornamental details. Your focus is drawn to an expensive-looking antique desk in the center of the room. Ooh. Yeah, I want to see that desk. Whoa. Ooh, there's a doorknob. Okay. A doorknob, a bunch of drawers. Oh. Open the top drawer. Top drawer contains old-timey letter writing materials, complete with a fancy dagger-shaped letter opener and a wax stamping kit emblazoned with the initials ES. Let's see, that would be Enoch? Scarlet? I think he's the only ES, is Enoch. Underneath, you find a pail of A pile of crumbling financial documents, scrawled in neat cursive, in every spot that needed a signature is the name Enoch Scarlet. Yep, this must be his desk, meaning that this must also be his study. Hey, Meister, welcome in. We're just getting started. And at the very bottom of the drawer, you're surprised to find a face you recognize staring back up at you. An antique photograph of a young man, his blonde hair nearly white against this dark sepia background. Teddy. Teddy! He's the one that both has a death certificate, but then also was maybe spared by magic. We're not sure on the timeline right now. It's Teddy. He looks almost exactly the same as he did in your vision. Almost. There's a carefree look in his eye that seemed to have faded by the time he found his way to that hospital bed. Feel around for anything you might have missed. Absolutely. As you search for anything more notable among the contents of the drawer, you notice something peculiar, an irregularity in the molding along the top edge of the desk, almost as if it had been removed and replaced at some point. Secret panel! You slip a hand into the drawer, feeling along what would usually be the solid oak of the top of the desk, but the space is clearly hollow, your fingers making light knocking sounds as they fumble against wood. Fortunately, it's a very simple lock, and you have years of experience. In moments, the secret drawer slides open, revealing its treasures. Gimme. It's a bundle of notes. It's the seals! Oh, it's all the seals. I think we haven't seen 2 or 3 of them. Prosperity, I think, was in the mine. That was the one that I think we saw there before it collapsed. Let's see, what does it say? Working as links and chains of productivity. One entity, separate form. Diligent. Dominion, I think, was the one in the library. Element fire, hand of law. 3 dogs, 3 heads of Cerberus. Judgment at the gates. Stubborn adherence, goat. The hand without the head. And then vitality, I think, was the one in the clinic. That would make sense so far. Win, Asmodeus. Wrong. Rod of Asclepius? I never knew how to pronounce that guy's name. Cycle of life, unending, wound through by serpent of healing. Verena? Vexina? That's a new name. Vexina. Vexina's suggestion: Asmodeus, beast, woman, goat, pan, ram, bull. Rule, violence, stubborn, defiance, indulgence, sacrifice, power. Told her it was overcomplicated, but she insisted. Okay. Thanks, Meister. And that was hidden as street smart. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think there's, what is there? There's like 8 different powers or something like that you can choose. 8 different traits. Like, there's so many things in this game. And every single playthrough is completely different. It's wild. It's wild how deep this game is. Rozzy! Rozzy, you get spooky stories to help you sleep. Okay, so we haven't seen the other 3 yet. We've definitely seen the top 3. I don't think we've seen the other 3 yet. Yeah.
Hello there.
Hello. Scrawled on the first page is the design. I got so excited about this. But yeah, this was hidden in a trait decision. That's wild.
Scrawled on the first page is a design you find familiar. It's a stone from the pit in the mines, and its many-armed design scratched into the paper by an untrained hand. There are other drawings here, some of which you find just as familiar. The goat head carving from once was town hall, and the circle of figures from the clinic. Cool! I didn't read that at all, I remembered it. Oh, there's the other ones. Yeah, we have not seen these ones yet. Bounty is so pretty. I would get Bounty as a tattoo. Lamb or... Yeah, I think they're supposed to be... Let's see. Something fruit. Seed, wheat, growth. Crown of flies. Interesting. Cycle of birth and death. Now, new grows from old. Yeah, Bounty I think is my favorite one so far. I legit want that as a tattoo. Spirit, gateways, doom guardians, dog and horse. Coins for Charon, blessings of Janus, and Heron? Old and new together joined at crossroads. Interesting. Spirit reminds me a lot of Wayne. And then we have Throne, Morningstar, Awakening, Serpent of Athens, Power. I have a feeling that Throne is probably going to be at the core of whatever is dooming the town right now. I mean, they all are. All of these symbols are wrecking the town. But Throne feels the most dangerous. There are notes scrawled in the margins around the designs, most either illegible or written in some language you don't understand. Though a few words stand out. Prosperity next to the stone from the mines, dominion paired with the stone from town hall, vitality with the clinic. The remaining captions seem to read spirit, bounty, throne, all attached to designs you don't recognize. Well, that was fruitful. Whoopsie. That was ridiculously fruitful. Let's open the bottom drawer. The bottom drawer offers some resistance as you try to pull it out. It seems that it was locked, though the bit of metal attempting to hold it shut seems to have rusted to the point of uselessness years ago. It gives in with a sharp tug, rotting wood splintering softly somewhere within the century-old desk. Inside, you find a strange collection of glass vials. Their surfaces are clouded over, but you can make out what seems to be paper preserved somehow inside the containers, a hint of writing visible at the edges. Yeah. What is that? You reach for one of them, twisting the cork. It unseals at the pop, releasing a smell like an old pond, like decaying leaves and damp earth. You tug at the corner of the slip of paper, and it unfurls, the writing across the surface as crisp and clear as if it had just been written. To Miss Maeve, I know it has been several years since my last visit, but I do hope you remember the young lad who used to find himself at your doorstep more than you probably would have liked. I write you now with the utmost. But the paper dissolves before you can finish reading it, as if it finally realized that it had been submerged all these years, turning to useless pulp between your fingers. It's unlikely you'll have the chance to return here, and the vials are too delicate to carry with you. Keep reading? No. I feel like I have read enough horror and fantasy through my lifetime to know that something is weird about these vials, and opening more of them is going to be really bad news. So as much as I really want to try to read them, I think I should leave them alone. I think it's smarter to just kind of leave them there. God, it's killing me though. I want to read what's in them, but no. Mm-mm.
Let's look at the painting. It kind of looks like the one in Town Hall. The painting highlights a number of old buildings and locales, many of which you've already visited. The Town Hall, the estate, and mines. The clinic, still called a hospital at the time of the painting. And then there are the places you've yet to see. The church, as well as the historical Callaway Tremaine homesteads. The faded bronze plaque beneath reads, in commemoration of Enif Scarlet, head of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project, let the past never be forgotten. Oh man, I don't want to follow Wayne's footprints. Aw, jeez. Kiki, exactly. Like, absolutely exactly. Alright, let's see if we can get to where these footprints will lead before the ad break, and then we'll do a little stretch. It takes you up a flight of stairs, and the way down blocked by debris, and you find yourself on the 3rd floor of the estate for the first time. Whoa. There are more footprints leading all the way down the hallway and into the farthest door. There are much fainter tracks leading to the room in front of you, its doorway hidden behind a stack of boxes. These footprints are old enough to have accumulated some dust. They were also notably not made by boots. If you had to guess, you'd assume they were loafers or some other kind of low heel. Approach the window, move the boxes in front of the nearest door. Enter the middle room. I don't want to follow the trail. Let's go to the nearest door. The boxes slide out of the way with a bit of elbow grease. You push past them into the room beyond. Whoa. This is a little girl's room. The room is coldly empty. The large antique bed is made, its sheets ancient and dusty, but still somehow giving off the feeling of tidiness. Even with cobwebs stretched between each corner of its 4-poster frame. Search the desk. You step towards the desk, the drawers practically overflowing with stationery. That's a lot of receipts. As you sift through paper, it quickly becomes clear to you whose room this is. There are stacks of bills and Edwardine's name, filling nearly every drawer, and even once you managed to get past the layers of envelopes and trifold paper, you hit a permafrost of receipts. It seems she was doing her best to be meticulous and hold on to any scrap of paper that might possibly be important. When you reach the bottom drawers, you find something entirely different. Nice new. Greeting cards, letters, small wrapped packages, some open, some sealed, some crumpled into messy balls. Aww. You open one of the cards. Both pages are taken up by a handwritten note. Tabby, hope you're doing well. Not a day goes by that I don't miss you. Hope her land treats you to your best Christmas yet. I'm not sure what sort of doodads you're into these days, so I sent a little something that made me think of you. What? I made sure that they were the best shells of the bunch. Not sure how rare any of them are, but they're awful pretty, and I still got that beach smell. And make sure you put your ear up to them too. Doesn't compare to the real thing, but it comes close enough. And in case you think that makes me a cheapskate, I made sure to send along a little cash too, so you can get yourself something a little nicer than glorified beach trash. Make sure you get Pearl Ann to take you to the nice toy store, because that's where I'd take you if I was there. If you get the time, I'd love to hear from you. I miss you so much, Tabby, and I'm always thinking of you. You could come out and visit me any time. I know you've always wanted to see what it's like out east. I made sure to write out my address on the back of this card, just in case you didn't know how to get a hold of me. Been missing you. My incredible, wonderful, amazing daughter. All my love, Dad. Oh no.
as a hell of a thing to leave for the commercial break. But there's a giant... That's a giant thing. That's a giant bombshell. Tabitha's dad has been trying to keep in touch with her all these years. And her mom didn't allow it. Her mom hid all of the cards and all of the presents. Oh no, Tabitha. I wonder if she knows. Alright, well, we're gonna go to the ads, and we'll be right back in just 3 minutes. Oh man. There's so many mysteries unraveling! Ah! Seatbelt! The mysteries are unraveling! They're unraveling, Seatbelt! I know! It's so crazy. I know. Alright, Seatbelt. You're trying to figure out why I'm so excited. How are you, Prince? You doing good? I'll give you some pets. Some screech for you and some pets for you. It's like raining today. It's not raining. Episode 5, Desk Investigator. It really has been like, look at this desk. Look at this desk. All the mysteries are in the desk. Oh, man. Ah, it's so messed up, though. Like, that doesn't surprise me from what they've told me about Pearl Ann's personality so far. That's just... I feel so bad for Tabitha all the time. Like, I know Tabitha's personality is rough, but I feel just so bad for her. Constantly. She could have been a lot worse. Like, I feel like all things considered, Tabitha could have been a lot worse pretty easily. She ended up pretty okay overall. Hello, hello. Just waiting for the ads to end, and then we will continue. Oh, I just realized, is the bedsheet like giraffe print? Yeah, it's like a little giraffe print. I don't think I've seen anything like that since the 90s. I know, it's like, how much could I blame her from her attitude? I mean, everybody can always do something about who they are, but I don't know, I want to almost give Tabitha some credit of like, she could have been a lot shittier. I want to give her some credit for the amount of work she has done. Could she still, like, smooth out some edges? Yeah. That's true of everyone. Like, she could have been a lot worse, honestly. Hi, It goes very well. We are finding out... I don't even know if we're getting answers to mysteries. We're just getting more mysteries. Are we back now? I think we're back now. You pull out another from closer to the top of the pile. Happy birthday, Tabby. It's me again, your old dad. So, the big 2-0. Can't believe my daughter is such an adult.
In my mind, you're still that bouncy little kid doing cartwheels on the front lawn, telling me what various sounds animals make, like you're the professor of animal noises. I have no idea if you read these, but I'll keep writing them, even if sometimes it feels like I'm writing them to a ghost. I mean, we haven't spoken in almost 15 years. You're a whole human being now, and I have no idea what you're like. I like to think we get along, though. As always, my address is on the back. I hope you'll decide to come visit me one of these days. I've got a guest room all set up, just in case. It's always ready for you, kid. I love you, and I always will, no matter who you turned out to be. Love, Dad. There are years and years of these. The bottom drawer is almost entirely unopened envelopes, dated from when Tabitha would have been just a kid. All from him. You pocket a few of the cards. Yeah, I want Tabitha to have those. You make your way to the closet. It seems Edwardine kept things neat and orderly, or as neat and orderly as she could, considering the decaying state of the place. You can't help but notice that these dresses look strikingly like the style Tabitha wears. You can imagine Pearl Ann sifting through Edwardine's old trunks of clothes, recycling moth-eaten vintage dresses for her daughter in place of buying anything new. The only thing here besides her clothes and shoes is a box, shoved off to one side. You pick it up. A little sailor uniform! Child-size overalls, striped shirts, and a small pair of trousers with suspenders still attached. One of those little sailor suits boys from the 50s were always wearing. Got it. Okay. Oh! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's a... Oh, we've got ghost children. Oh no, we've got ghost children. When you pull out the last shirt, a note is revealed tucked away in the bottom of the box in a protective plastic sleeve. It's scrawled in almost illegible handwriting, written in some thick, brown, watery ink that's cracked with age.
Mommy, I'm in here too, and I love you.
Your hands tremble, the note somehow making the tips of your fingers feel dirty, even as it sits behind a layer of plastic. You drop it back into the box, once again covering it with the clothes, shoving it back into the recesses of the forgotten closet where it belongs. Smart, get it away, get it away. Get the child out away. Aw, we're screwed. We're screwed. Finished with the tucked away room, you return to the hallway. We're doomed! We're doomed! Let's approach the window. And carefully approach the window at the far end of the hall. That sure is a cliff. There is nothing below the window but the tops of distant trees. The ground having crumbled away, the only thing stopping you from plummeting to your death is the straining foundation that still somehow holds this place together. Oh, is this house is gonna fall into the cliff. At least for now. Enter the middle room. Whoa. This one is definitely haunted. Oh, we're gonna summon a child ghost. No. The space was clearly once a nursery, though no child has been in here for a long, long time. Check the bookshelf. The top shelf is occupied by antique picture books. Dick and Jane, books of nursery rhymes, ancient editions of Grimm's fairy tales. The lower shelves are full of educational material, from children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be interested in fun and fiction, as they were in diction and spelling. But that doesn't seem to have stopped them from making their own fun. You see quite a few books with children's art stuffed in between the pages, the corners peeking out tiny scribbled hands waving at you from their yellowed paper. Pull out the children's art. Let's
Come on. If we're in for a little bit of ghosts, we're in for all of the ghosts. Let's go. You reach for a particularly doodled on encyclopedia off the page. Its pages overflowing. Oh, that's not so bad. Oh, that's the kid who died really young. Oh no. Oh no.
If Daddy plays with me and Mary Belle, if my family goes to the zoo, if Mommy and Grandpa took us to work, if me and Mary Belle and Mommy and Daddy and Grandpa have a picnic. Alexandra Scarlet.
Like that the grandfather always has his little hat. All are signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. Roa, you are so wrong. This is probably going to be the spookiest chapter. We're gonna be slapped with ghosts. There's a strange, fantastical element to these pictures. Everyone is smiling and sitting together as any family would in a children's drawing, and yet it feels like these are drawn in the same hopeful way a child would draw a unicorn. Expressions of some reality that Alexandra could only dream of. Aww. Oh, Daddy drinking. There are less joyful illustrations as well. Daddy napping shows their father sleeping in a chair, a bottle of brown liquid conspicuously drawn on the table next to him. The two girls and what you assume must be Alexandra's doll hovering in the doorway some distance away. Mommy going to work shows the girls crying in the upstairs window of a house as their mother walks away, an angry frown scrawled on her face. You get the feeling these are more accurate depictions of the girls' lives. Alexandra? I mean, at least the boy in the wall is really happy. The last picture you pull out gives you pause. There's a new figure here, seemingly drawn behind a barrier. The girls sit on the other side, smiles on their cartoon faces. The boy in the wall. Read a few writing practice books. I'm curious now. Alexandra Scarlet, if I remember right, died really, really young. Like, I think from the medical files that we had, she was like only 7 or 8 or something like that when she died very suddenly. You leaf through a few of the practice workbooks, gently turning the near crumbling pages.
Reasons Mommy should take me and Mary Belle to the zoo. 1. We have been very good girls and have not cried for a whole week. 2. Mary Belle says elephants are so big and I would like to see. 3. I think it would be very fun and Mommy would have a good time.
These are also the works of Alexandra. You flip through the rest of the book. Your eyes unfocus as the many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by. But something near the back of the book gives you pause. In a section that starts with the prompt, today Alexandra continues with,
talk to the boy in the wall.
Hey, son. We have found a child ghost. There he is again. Who is the boy in the wall? Fine, don't tell me. Don't tell me, game. You continue following the trail of footprints, approaching the farthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it's been left open.
Hope you're having a good day, son.
Someone left it open for you. The room is starkly empty, save for a rug and a few candelabras. The lack of dusty boxes and rotting antiques mark it as distinct from the rest of the cluttered, forgotten spaces you've explored. The curtains on the far side of the room catch your eye.
Below them, you can see the edge of a tiled section of floor. The smooth white porcelain, a strange contrast against the hardwood. There's something sketched on the floor. You see that? Right here? Oh, there's some kind of occult. This was definitely a room where they did rituals. This is going to be some kind of occult circle right here. And then this being tiled makes me think it's going to end up being an altar. Let's see. Examine the curtain. And cross the room and pull back the curtain. Oh! I was not expecting that. Oh no. Oh, I just had a terrible, terrible thought. They sacrifice goats. I think they might sacrifice goats. I don't think this is necessarily human murder. I think they might sacrifice goats. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. Both are bad. Both are really bad. Both are bad. Sorry. Behind it, it almost looks like a shower, but in the place of a shower hook is a meat hook, dangling from the end of a long, sturdy chain. As your eye travels down the wall to the drain on the floor, you can make out the rusty stains of what looks like long, dry blood caked in between the tiles. Hello! Oh, thank you for donating to City Harvest. Sorry, this game is freaking me out right now. Thank you for donating to City Harvest. They are a great organization that makes sure that New Yorkers have food in times of need. And this summer, many thousands of New Yorkers lost their access to SNAP benefits. So they have a lot of work ahead of them. Every single dollar helps. Thank you so much. Okay, back to the spooky. You did great. This is a spooky scene. Oh. There's been an effort to clean it up, but it looks like enough was missed that it doesn't escape your attention. It reminds you of something you might see in an abattoir. Yeah, there's been some butchery. Could I move the curtain back? Alright, move the carpet. You pull the carpet up, exposing the bare floor and revealing what lies beneath. Yeah, okay, well at least I called this one. The other one, much worse than I realized. I called this one. For what it's worth. It is a meat hook. So, some of y'all came just in time for, the ramping up of the horror. An ornate ring of sigils has been carved into the floor, 5 along the edges with a 6th in the center. As if it wasn't already clear from the study tucked away in the parlor, your ancestors clearly had an interest in the occult. Yeah, but a really messed up side of the occult. This ain't my witchcraft, I'm just saying. And this sigil tucked away in the same room as that rusty, bloody hook paints a particularly gruesome picture. No, you can't help but notice that the paint has been refreshed somewhat recently. This isn't just a relic of Enoch's interest. It's been maintained. You continue forward towards the door on the far side of the room. You exit into a short hallway. There are stairs here, heading back down to the lower floors, but there is also another door. And a lot of... Oh. Okay. There's a lot of scratches of something that did not want to be locked in that room. It's just hanging ajar, the many locks and deadbolts along its edge glimmering in the weak morning light. The door frame itself is gouged and splintered, evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond, time and time again. Is this the boy in the wall? Oh no. This was a prison cell. Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with the nonsense of desperate clawing. One window, set high in the far wall, is fitted with a thick pane of glass, as if iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. What if someone in the family was like Reese, and they locked him up in here? Oh, the poor kid. Poor thing. The smell in this place is so putrid that it has a presence of its own, and your eyes can't help but be drawn to the still wet bucket tipped over in the corner of the room. It's still wet. Oh, I gotta find who this creature is and help him. Creature, person, monster, I don't care, but this is someone that was really sad. The space hasn't just been used in living memory, it's been used recently. You can't help but notice that the doll from your closet sits watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooping. It adds an extra layer of menace to the already deeply unsettling room. Property of Alexandra. Oh no. Maybe Alexandra didn't die, maybe she turned into a monster. Oh, poor Alexandra. Your eyes are drawn to the massive, almost letters dug as deep into the brick as this cell's prisoner could manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. And then, one final detail grabs you, a metallic glint from the filthy, bare mattress, a doorknob. This is what you've been looking for. Was it left here just for you? Or maybe Alexandra's been visiting me. Or maybe Wayne has been visiting Alexandra. As you take it, a sound wraps around you. Music. The tinkling of piano keys, played by a clumsy hand. They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall. You've come this far. Clearly, you meant to go just a little further. The stairs take you into what you had to assume was once the servants' quarters, a network of cramped passageways, hidden away behind the expansive rooms of the estate, without so much as a window for illumination. But you persist and descend deeper into the bowels of the Scarlet Estate, the echoing piano your only company. Soon enough, you see light again, the sun creeping in through the edges of a nearly hidden door. You're at the end of another long corridor. Its high ceilings and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairwell. The music echoes mournfully in the vast space, a chorus of wind adding a melancholic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard outside. You found your way to the first floor, which means you must be close to the ballroom from the first day. But you've yet to confront your guide. Finish what you started and find the piano player. I'm not backing out now. The musician plays on as you move cautiously through the dark. The slope now so dramatic it feels like walking downhill, jagged remains of the floorboards jutting out like splintered trees. Wayne? The flow of notes finally stops as you reach an open doorway to what once was a music room. Wayne stands from the bench of a battered grand piano, turning to face you. So, now you've seen it all, eh? He makes his way down the tilted floor towards you. A breeze passes by him, carrying with it the smell from the wound that is his body. I hope you enjoyed the show. He stops just a few paces away. And I trust you understand the implications of everything you've seen. If you aren't careful and you put your faith in the wrong people, things could go very, very wrong for you. Talk. Who lived in the last room? Wayne cocks his head almost playfully. I did. I'd been in that room a long, long time. Wayne. Though my being free now is meaningless in the grand scheme of things, the town itself is enough of a prison that I might as well still be stuck behind that door. But at last, I am free enough to warn you. Does Tabitha know about all of this? Of course. Why do you think she invited you here? Remain silent. I've given you a glimpse into one of your possible futures. Whether you choose to believe me or not is up to you, but I urge you to consider believing what your eyes have shown you. Your freedom is on the line. If you know what's going on here, then out with it. Do you want to be somebody else's puppet, Ale? I can guide you to where you need to be, but it's up to you to open your eyes. The witch holds some of the final pieces. Find her, pry them from her hands, and then everything should start falling into place. You have no idea what he could be talking about. Unless you're already starting to forget about her. Memory is a disloyal thing, isn't it? Physical, easily manipulated. But something being missing from your head doesn't mean it's gone from the world. I don't know who you're talking about. You'll remember when you need to. I'm not gonna flirt with Wayne! Game? Oh man, what do I choose? I don't know what to think. This is all too much. I understand. You came from a normal life and walked into a nightmare. I'm sure you're overwhelmed. But you're running out of time. Be careful who you trust, and know that I will always be there when you need me. Wayne steps away, his shining eyes watching you unblinking from behind his veil. before finally disappearing back into the darkness of the estate. Nothing left for you to do here but leave. It was Wayne in that room. That's why he was able to get into my room, because he was just across from it. Oh, man. You make your way back to where you woke up and slot the handle into the secret door on the wall. It twists, and the door pulls back, and you stumble through your closet and back into your bedroom. You lean against your doorframe, relieved at once again having sturdy, unsloped ground beneath your feet and moderately clean air to breathe. The estate has gotten to you. After the events of this morning, your body burns with a ferocious itch to leave this place behind, to be anywhere but here. You leave in a haze, mindlessly grabbing clothes and an uncharged phone, barely even noticing your surroundings as you rush outside. The morning's revelation seizing your body and mind alike with a suffocating grip. Oh, this song rules. Oh my god. The cell, the doll, Wayne's insinuation that Tabitha has known about all of this. And even more, she has partaken willingly in your family's crimes. Is Tabitha only being protective of us, not because we're her last family, but because she needs us for a ritual? Damn. Not only that, but she has designs for you. Is it true? Oh my god. These are my only choices. These are my only choices. My choices are Tabitha can't be trusted, Tabitha deserves a chance to explain herself, Tabitha needs to explain herself, and Wayne can't be trusted. Oh god. I don't like any of these. Tabitha deserves a chance to explain herself. She is your cousin, after all. You'll just tell her everything you saw, and surely the two of you can have a healthy and productive conversation and get to the bottom of things. Right? Oh no, this is a bad idea. Maybe going to hear her side of things directly is your best course of action. I'm going to the police, kinda. I need to find the witch. I need to see Tabitha. I'm going to someone I can trust. Find the rest of the stone carvings. Oh my god. I'm getting the hell out of this place even if I need to walk. I could go talk with Oscar. I'm going to someone I can trust. That's right. If you can just manage to throw yourself into the arms of someone you can actually trust. Throw myself into their arms. I just need someone to talk to right now. Sure, I'll throw myself into their arms too, but I just need, like, someone to talk to. Maybe they can help you. Maybe you don't have to deal with this alone. Can you trust anyone? That's a great question. No? There's a sound in the woods to your right, a snapping branch. It breaks you from your panic, your mind going blank with fresh fear. I mean, I do see a lot of ditchlings. Oh, man. The more I look at the art, the more the ditchlings I see just hiding. Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Reese! Oh my god, Reese! Reese! We're gonna hitchhike out of here, Reese. Just, like, stay human enough looking as we hitchhike, and then, like, maybe we can steal the car and you can, like, eat the driver. I don't know. We're getting the fuck out of here, Reese! Reese, let's go! We have to go! Reese, we have to go! Ale. Oh, he got himself a little leather jacket. And he's got his little painting friends. Oh, he looks so sad. Hi, Reese. You look so sad. You look cold. You need a shirt. You need a shirt. You look cold. You look cold and like you need a hug. Also, your little painting devils are really cute. You turn, shocked, and see that Reese is there, lurking at the edge of the woods. He washed off the blood and seems to have found himself a jacket. Where did you get that jacket? I want to find a random leather jacket in the woods. I'm getting distracted. But there is still an inhumanity to his features that hasn't faded. Long teeth poke out from between misshapen lips, like a wolf hiding in a man's skin. His paintings are here too, their warped faces staring down at you from the trees. Hey, no need to panic while I'm around. You helped me make my problem disappear, and I can always help you get rid of yours. Jesus Christ, Reese, you scared the shit out of me. Could you see I was having an existential panic? Don't sneak up on me when I'm having an existential crisis. It's not how you look great, but like, I've seen some shit. It has been a morning. All the weird guys. Yeah, all these weird guys leaving their jackets around. I can't handle it myself. I can't talk right now. I'm trying to figure it out, confused and scared, and yeah. Tell him everything. Yeah, Reese, I'm glad to see you. You won't believe what I found in there. I'm just telling you everything, dude. I need someone to sound this all off with. But no, we're not killing anyone. We're not killing anyone. Reese, look at me. Look at me. We're not eating anyone, okay? We don't do that. Okay, maybe we have to at some point. But like that won't be our first course of action. Reese listens intently as you explain what you found in the estate. When you describe the cell, with its sturdy walls carved deep with scratches, his eyes flash. There is unwelcome recognition there. Just like what the doctor built for me. Ale, how much do you trust Tabitha? She's not like your mom was. She's not going to do that. I'm not willing to take that risk. If there is the slightest possibility she's planning something like what almost happened last night, that isn't going to happen to you. I won't let it. You're too important to me. Not everything has to be solved with violence, Reese. Leave her alone. Aw, he's smiling. I'm not the one who's deciding to be violent. The presence of that room is violence, and I'm just defending you against it. It's okay, I could make it quick. No, Reese, we're not killing my cousin. Don't. Reese, no. Unless we absolutely have to, but hopefully not. Like, last resort, okay? Last resort, not first resort. But you found out before she could do anything. That's good. We can stop her. No, I can stop her. Reese? Reese, I know you got a lot of years of chomping in you, but we're not gonna chomp my cousin. Ale, you trusted me before. You can trust me now. We both know what needs to be done about people like this, and I can do it. I can save you the way that you saved me. Reese, not every situation is the same. We aren't even sure what she's gonna do. She might not know anything about this. And you can't, No more death. Please?
No, Reese, I will fight you on this. I'm sorry, Ale, but it's clearly either you or her. This is self-defense. You understood that last night. You let me defend myself. Now it's my turn to defend you. Why don't you let me defend myself, huh? Then that can stop. Once we're both safe. You know I don't like doing it. I don't want to. Not really. Oh. But I can't stand the thought of what she might do to you if I don't intervene. We don't know the full story. Reese takes a step forward, his long legs closing the distance between you. He stares down at you for a moment, his eyes crawling down your face, taking you in before finally resting on your lips, his own parting slightly, revealing the tips of his gleaming fangs. Oh, his eyes look like moons. He hesitates, his shoulders stiffening. Give him a little kiss. You lean forward, your eyelids fluttering. His hands are on you. One clamps down on your shoulder, clutching tight, and the other winds up the back of your neck, tightening around your skull, pulling you in, pressing his lips to yours. His maw seems to engulf your entire face. How big is his head? Like, how big is his skull now in his monster form? It's okay. His teeth close around your jaw, the warm wetness of his mouth nearly suffocating as his long forked tongue slithers out, sliding along the inside of your cheek, exploring you like it has a mind of its own. His sharp fingertips dig into the skin of your scalp, and you feel something prehensile and thin and strange. His tail, wrapping around your legs, pulling you even closer. You feel thoroughly held, almost bound by the monstrous man. Then he pulls away. His chest heaves with satisfied breaths as he grins down at you, exposing the sharp teeth that had been pressed into your cheeks just a moment ago. No, Reese! Oh, god damn it. I'm
Self-voicing enabled. Reese,
Huh?
I'll come back when it's done.
No. No self-voicing enabled. That's not what I'm trying
Reese,
to do.
I'll come back when it's done.
No, that's... Oh god, that happened at the creepiest time. Hold on, where's the
Preferences.
voicing? Oh god. That scared the shit out of me!
Accessibility. Font
No.
override.
Off.
Self-voicing
Okay.
disabled.
Thank you. Oh my god, that is a really cool feature that they have, but... That scared the shit out of me! Oh god. Monster Lover's eating very well today, but I'll come back when it's done. No. I'm not even mad at him. I know... I should have known that telling him about that room would have made him really, really upset and scared for me. So he's just scared. He doesn't want me to get locked up and tortured like he was, but I didn't want my cousin to die. Because what I'm worried about, right, is either of them dying. Like, Tabitha has a shotgun. No, Reese, come on. He straightens up, seeming to pull himself back together, shaking off the momentary trance. Reese? No. I'll protect you, I promise. That won't be our last kiss. Oh, man. God damn it. I made bad choices. Like I said, we're sticking to whatever choices we end up doing. Hi, wizards. People are gonna die. People are gonna die. No. I almost want to, like, scrub back. I don't have a save. I can't scrub back. What's done is done. God. This game is so mean. This game is so mean. It's so well done.
Fuck. Okay. Well. And then he's gone, scampering off into the woods, followed by his strange living paintings, on his way to do something unspeakable to your cousin. Fuck! No! He asked you to wait, but you can't do that. Not with this town the way it is. You have to keep moving. Go after him. I'm scared for him. Before he gets far enough that you lose the trail, you start down the narrow deer path he seemed to be using, following the brief flashes of his paintings as they do the same. You stumble from the edge of the woods, gasping for breath, nearly gagging from overexertion. You're vaguely aware of torn clothes and torn skin, casualties of the brambles you found yourself clambering through on the way here. But at least you made it to the mines just in time to see the last of Reese's paintings disappear through a hole in the exterior fence. God. The miners at the entrance are none the wiser, too caught up in their chanting to notice as you slip in after him, climbing your way up the hill towards Tabitha's trailer. As you approach, there's the sound of groaning metal, a loud crash, then a gunshot. The door to the trailer has been ripped from its hinges. There's a commotion inside, more crashing. Oh no. Reese appears in the doorway, clutching his shoulder. Blood pours from between his fingers. He glances up at you surprised, then ashamed, slumping against the railing. Ale, I told you not to follow me. Get out of here, run! No, I have to protect you. Run! I won't let her lock you away. Oh. Oh no. Droplets of blood and chunks of tissue rain down on the gravel as Tabitha steps out of her office, staring down at what's left of the young man. He's still standing. Reese, run! Run away! Run away! You have a healing power! Run away, run away, run away! Please, 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 please. But he's still alive. One claw desperately holds his mangled face together as he staggers away, gurgling, unable to speak through his shattered jaw. Tabitha, wait! I think that's Reese. Stella? Stella, why are you here? Huh? That freak from school? Whatever, I don't care. It came after us. So what if it used to be human? He stares at you with his one good eye, desperate and afraid, his own viscera dripping from between his fingers. Then he's running, stumbling with a jagged, uneven gait towards the tree line, until finally he slips into the safety of the dark woods. As the smell of gunpowder and viscera hangs over you, a crowd of onlookers filters in. The air is still. In the places usually filled with the churning of industry, there is only tension and hushed whispers. But the newly formed crowd doesn't stop your cousin from focusing her gaze on you. You! You and that thing are buddies, huh? And you sent it up here to what? Kill me? You shot my boyfriend. Oh, man. Oh, all of these are bad. All of these are bad. Everything is going to shit. Everything is going to shit. Ah! I am stressed. No! You know what? I can't do this with you right now. I need to go after him. Wait, Ollie, don't go anywhere. It's okay. We'll call an ambulance and make sure he's, as okay as he's gonna be. But you should come back with us. Back to Tabitha's office, or maybe the estate? Whichever. Just somewhere where we can all sit down and talk. That's what we did last night, and now Everything makes so much more sense. We're not doing that. Either of those things. The cops are already on their way, and when they get here, they can figure out what to do about the monster bleeding out in the woods. And what to do with my cousin, because it's clearly not safe to be wandering around town with things like that on the prowl. Right on cue, you hear the distant wail of a police siren approaching quickly. Are we just gonna pretend we didn't see that horse demon running around with half its head blown off? I agree. I feel we moved on too quickly from the horse demon. Perhaps we should comb the woods with torches and pitchforks? No. No one is going after that thing. Those of you who are willing to work, get back to it. And those who decide to stand around up front with picket signs instead, I don't know. Keep standing around until you get sick of it and come back to work. Which will probably be on Monday. Hoping you have a nice vacation in the meantime. I found these birthday cards stashed away. Now is not the time. Can we start over? Hi, I'm Ollie. I'm your cousin and I love you. God. Okay, but yeah, Reese is out there bleeding to death. You're not bleeding to death. I will come back and we will talk. Someone out there is bleeding to death. I need to check on them not dying. I will be back. I will be back, Tabitha. I do care about all of this, but someone is dying. No! I'm not leading... Tell the cops to not follow me! But they wouldn't, right? No, because Ale isn't going to risk that. Not that there's time, anyways. The sirens finally stop as the squad car pulls up. Deputy Franklin steps out, slamming the car door and ending your conversation before it can get anywhere useful. Who the fuck are you? Well, isn't this a pleasant coincidence? I've been looking for you all morning, City Slicker. You're in a lot of trouble, Ale. Too much trouble to let you keep wandering around causing mayhem. What? Why? Are you saying you're planning to take my cousin in, officer? As a matter of fact, I was, yes, Miss Scarlet. Yes, there have been all these problems around town lately, and I don't need any explanation. That's why I called you up here, to have Ollie arrested! My workers could attest to a fact that a mutated lunatic was sent here this morning to attack me, and only through my own quick action I was able to survive. But I have every reason to suspect Ollie had something to do with it. Tabitha, no! Oh, everything is going so bad. Everything is going so bad right now. What is going on? What is going on? It's true, there was some kind of demonic creature here earlier. I tried to stop him. We must be dealing with some kind of cult activity around here. Been getting all kinds of calls about strange little men and demons. Which all coincidentally started when Ale rolled into town. How does that make any sense?
Self-voicing enabled.
No!
Deputy Franklin, which all coincidentally started when Ale rolled into town.
Stop it!
Save. Preferences. Self-voicing disabled.
I keep exasperatedly pressing the wrong buttons on my controller. Hi, Joanna. Everything is going to shit. I was warned things are rough in this chapter, but Christ. Ale, you have the right to remain silent. Oh, God. You're just buying your story again. What about due process? Tabitha might have just murdered a man and you're arresting me. Oh my god. Stella, Reese is your friend. How could you let people talk about him like this? I don't think he's himself right now. You didn't see the way he looked when he came into Tabby's office. He was really scary. You bothered enough people today, Ale. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave Miss Richmond alone.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
What the hell? Deputy Franklin whips out a pair of handcuffs and sleek police academy maneuver. They're locked around your wrists in seconds flat. Ads! Not now! Wait, the lunatic ran off into the woods. He's been hurt. All this blood is his. I think he needs an ambulance if you could get one out here. Stella, Stella, they're not gonna send an ambulance. Are you trying to get Reese killed? I'm not even sure if that thing counts as a man. You might want to see if you can get animal control involved instead. I hate all of you! But that's a low priority. Take care of my cousin first. Miss Scarlet, one last matter of business. Since that thing is still out there, I would prefer it if you came down to the station, at least until we've done a sweep of the woods to ensure your safety. What, like get in the squad car? Like a criminal? You can follow along in your own vehicle if that would be more comfortable. But I have work to do. I can't just... That's okay, Tabby. I can hold down the fort for you. I did want them to get together. Here's the thing. That's the kicker. I did want Stella and Tabby to get together. Not like this. Not in the worst way possible. Joanna, I hope you had the nicest birthday. I mean, I obviously won't try running the place, but I'll keep an eye on things. Fine. Okay, I'll follow you along in my car. It's probably for the best. This way I can make sure Ale is secured. Oh my god. As they're shoved into the car, a voice crackles over the radio. Franklin, pick up already. We ain't got all day, boy. Apologies, Sheriff. I was just apprehending Ale as discussed over the radio. That's nice and all, but we need you to head up to the farms pronto. We got ourselves a possible 1067 brewing. They're talking about a possible murder. 10-4. Damn, this decade just keeps getting crazier. Suppose you'll have to come along for the ride, kid. Deputy Franklin wastes no time in turning on the sirens, blasting down the road towards whatever emergency is underway, with you in tow. This is possibly one of the few times he has ever been able to do this, and despite his sunglasses and stiff demeanor, there is definitely an excitement in the way he cruises around the treacherous mountain turns. In this moment, he is alive. Hopefully not for long. A 1067 means someone's dead. What's going on at the farm? You know, those things are codes for a reason. Civvies aren't supposed to overhear them and start panicking, and you're not exactly here for a ride along. I guess cat's out of the bag. You know just as much as I do right now. There are quite a few moving pieces in that dispute. Duke, Bo, Irma Calloway, Julius Tremaine, any of them could be a possible victim or a possible perpetrator. Tensions are high between those families. It's been a real pain in the ass for a department and a sinkhole for county resources. And that's just keeping the list of possibilities limited to the most directly involved parties. From what I hear, that out-of-towner Winnie took in has been spending a lot of time up by Julia's. So that's another possible body. I'm just glad I got you in cuffs. The last thing I need right now is you getting up to more trouble. The closer you get to the farms, the more strongly a horrible feeling settles in your gut. A feeling that, by now, you're familiar with. Another stone. No, not now. No. Everything is hitting the fan. Everything is hitting the fan. Oh, he was next to the mayor. That is where I've seen him before. He was the bodyguard for the mayor, the dog mayor. So you and the mayor... Are you trying to push my buttons, Ale? Because the mayor is a very good boy who is not happy that his favorite bed is currently off limits. Remain silent. Oh, I'm glad, Joanna. Wishing you lots and lots of love, Joanna, always.
You spend the rest of the short ride in silence. It isn't long before the sirens stop and the car comes to an off-road halt. Oh no. As the car pulls up to the farms, you feel it again, a tingling at the back of your skull, an urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward, with the threat that it might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like so much crying that can only stop if you tend to it. Deputy Franklin gets out of the car, leaving you in the back as he joins the assembled crowd. Alright, Sheriff, what's the situation? I'll tell you what the damn situation is. That bastard Julius got a hold of my boy and he won't let him go. This is a kidnapping, and you fellas better get in there and shoot that rat bastard shit stain before I do it myself. There, now you're up to speed. Franklin, you're with me. Let's head on in and get a handle on things. I'd better go in first. Son of a bitch has the place all strung up with traps. I know how to spot them. Mr. Calloway, it might be best if you stay out here with your wife and me. This is police business now. And as far as I see it, it's family business and has always been. Whether or not you finally decide to get your sorry asses out here to finally do something about it. It's your fault he never decided to take it on himself to go investigate what happened to Big Betty. Oh, 'cause you didn't listen. That's right, so now you owe me. I'll bring up the rear if that makes you feel like big tough guys. You can't stop me, not while my boy's in trouble. Alright, I hear you. Your boy's in there, you want a peace of mind, I understand that. But don't you go making more problems than we already got, you hear me, Duke? Leave that gun with Irma. Fine, here. If something happens to me in there, you know how to use it. You best use it. Please try to refrain from making threats of violence in front of officers of the law. And you fellas better go and get our boy back. Ah, the ads are going. Sorry. Ads are going. Sorry. I got distracted by the everything. Ugh. Oh, been getting distracted by the all of it. And just the all of it. Absolute all of it. Whew. Yeah, this chapter is intense. God. It's really good, it's just, oh. Oh. Where's Prince? Sequel is asleep behind me. Prince is... Where's Prince? He's not up here. And our monster boyfriend might be dead. He's not dead yet, but he might be. This is the worst day. Oh, man. Oh, sorry. I'm okay. I tried to hydrate and liquid went down the wrong pipe for a second. No, alright, we're good. We're good. No, the water is what got me. Oh, man. Without another word, the officers split up. Derrickson heads for the squad car, while the three men start up the hill to Julius's shack. Irma stands on her porch, clutching the shotgun, and watching the other house intently. Hey there, Aller. Sorry you had to come along for the ride. We'll have you back at the station soon enough. Sounds like this won't take long to settle. In the meantime, I'll keep you company. Great. Awesome. Too many cops. Too many cops in this chapter. The thing calling out to you is starting to lose its patience. You need to find a way out of here before it gets angry. Maybe I can ask to pee? Could you let me go? You don't really think Bo is dead in there? Let me out, let me out! I have reason to suspect that there is a cursed stone in there that holds some kind of ancient, possibly evil magic. Yeah, I'll give you $100. I'll have $100. Oh, man. Let me ask about Bo. I am worried about Bo. You don't really think Bo is dead in there, do you? I'd love to be wrong about this. I really would. And Bo's a big man. Hard to keep a big man like that from moving around and making a fuss. And we've seen a whole lot of nothing going on in there. Still as a grave, if you pardon the expression. Could you let me go, please? I haven't done anything wrong. It's not gonna work, but I might as well try. Oh, I'm sure you haven't. And that's why we're gonna bring you in to answer a few questions so we can prove as much. Fuck you. And if we see that you really aren't a threat to the town, then we'll let you go and that'll be that. Aren't you afraid of what Tabitha will do when she finds out you abducted me? I'm gonna find out that Tabitha is the one that asked the cops to, like, lock me down. Well, now, abducted is very strong language. And as much as her cousin thinks she runs this town, an unappointed individual can't hold so much sway that it impedes the workings of the law. We still have jobs to do, whether she likes it or not. Alright. Okay, how do I get out? If I wait in silence, the thing is gonna drive me crazy and it's gonna go bad. It might go bad anyways. You don't understand, I need to get into that house. To pee! That's why I need to get into it! I gotta pee so bad, officer! Definitely not a big cursed stone driving me insane. That would be a bad thing to tell you. The deputy sits in silence for a moment. I don't even know how to respond to that. You get that someone probably just died in there, right? There is a sound coming from the house on the hill, shouting, angry and panicked. A frantic voice crackles over the radio. Derrickson, man down! The sheriff is down! What'd I tell him? I told him be careful, follow my lead, and now look at him. Mr. Calloway, if you could please clear the line and let Deputy Franklin give me a proper status report. Deputy, is he breathing? And do you have eyes on Mr. Tremaine and the hostage? We're on our way to the basement now, sir. You better be careful, meathead, if you don't want to end up like you hear an ungodly noise over the radio. A gunshot. What is that noise? And then static. Franklin, report. There's only silence. Damn it, Franklin. Deputy Derrickson hesitates briefly outside your door, as if hoping someone might leave the farmhouse without his getting involved. But after a few seconds, he's heading up the hill, yelling something to Irma. Ah! Hi, Wayne. Wayne, I know you weren't there when I got arrested, but I'm still blaming you. I'm blaming all of this on you. This is all your fault, Wayne. Sounds like a cop. Yep. This is all Wayne's fault, and the police's fault. I'm blaming both of these parties right now. A moment later, you hear the click of a lock. Ale, come on out. You get out of the car, and the sound of stone is immediately louder, practically buzzing in your ears. It wants to be found so badly. Hey, Muldrum. Here, let me help you. He steps forward, closing the space between you. You can smell his sweat, sour, feverish, with an odd, unnatural undercurrent, something you would never typically associate with flesh. You can't focus on it. Not with his skin so close to yours. Your confusion only intensifies as your heart beats faster. Afraid of what the man might intend to do, your vision swimming with fear. There. That should feel better. He steps back, and the handcuffs fall away from your wrists. How did you do that? That's really cool, but also, I'm in trouble. Oh, I'm in so much trouble, Wayne. Oh, the cops are going to be pissed at me, and they're not going to believe that my supernatural stalker, who's been locked in some kind of weird attic dungeon by my cousin for God knows how long, magically, whisked my handcuffs away. They're not going to believe me. I'm going to take the fall for this. Oh, well. You weren't paying attention to what he did to make that happen. Too distracted by your own thoughts and the incessant buzzing. Oh, what are these things? Why do they do this to me? Pieces of a whole. Your blood reacts strongly to their presence. It's the same for all Scarlets. Oh, man. I didn't need you to save me. I don't want Wayne to be there. Wayne, can you just, come with me? I need somebody there, because I'm definitely gonna pass out. Can you come with me? I've learned by now that I complicate these situations. Oh! Oh, do you? Oh! You learn now? When you made it even more complicated by letting me out of the police car and getting rid of my handcuffs? Oh, did you learn? I am so mad at this haunted man! Wayne, I would shake you, but then I would get all the goop on me, and I don't want the goop that smells like dead people on me. The ghost, the boy. These things don't react well to my presence. I'm starting to think the witch rushed all this on purpose. To keep us apart, maybe. Okay, now I regret asking you to come with me. I want you to do the opposite. I want you to be as far away as possible, forever. Go away! It's hard to focus on his words. The air feels thick, like he's trying to talk you through water. But I believe she's miscalculated. She's at her most vulnerable now. Who is the witch? And I trust you'll know what to do when you find her. So, go on. You don't need any further convincing. The thing hidden in the old house needs you, and you can't keep ignoring it. Hey, Corvid! Corvid? This episode has been nuts! And we saw our monster boyfriend, and he has a leather jacket now, and he's really pretty, but he did get shot. But we didn't see him die, so maybe he's okay. And then we got arrested, and now Wayne's back. So, it's all going to shit. It's all going to shit. Hello. Ale! Oh, that's right, Tabitha was following. Ale! Back away from him. Whatever he's saying, don't listen. But you don't have to back away. Wayne has already left, slipping back into the woods, leaving you on your own. Tabitha, could we talk now? Please? Well, not entirely on your own. Tabitha is hurrying towards you, and it looks like the lady at the farmhouse has noticed the commotion too, and is jogging over, shotgun in hand. God damn it. What did he say? What is he telling you? I can't believe you got me arrested, dude. That's... Do you feel weird? I feel weird. Bo Calloway's in trouble. Magic stone. I banished the harpy! I'm gonna go see you guys around and just leave. I'm gonna go. Bye. Oh, man. Tabitha, do you feel weird? I feel weird. Feel weird. It came out a little differently than you'd planned. It's hard to focus right now and words feel unimportant. You just have to get to the farmhouse. Damn it, you've got that look in your eyes. I hate that look. You're going to do something stupid, aren't you? Miss Scarlet, I'm starting to think we better call somebody else. Do you know how to get in touch with state troopers? We don't need to call anyone else. There are enough people involved already. Let's try to keep casualties to a minimum. Casualties? Do you think there's casualties? There's people dying up there, and you think I should just let it continue unabated? You don't have to listen to all this. It's hard to make out. Over the humming in your ears, the stone's voice calling from whatever and wherever it's been hidden. You better answer. It would be rude not to. You turn and start across the hills, up towards Julius's place. Hey! Hey! Ale! Get back here! Oh hell, now the city Scarlet's going up there too. That's it, I'm gonna see who else I can get a hold of. Ale, I swear to God, if you don't get back in that squad car, you'll regret it! You can hear Tabitha's heavy boots coming after you, but they're drowned out by the squeaking of Julius Tremaine's battered screen door as you wrench it open. It's too late for her to stop you now. Oh no. Y'all, I think the horror dooming the town might be escalating to a fever pitch. Just a little bit. Also, really love the music right now. I think there's casualties! Only one, though. And then everybody else just isn't talking because of the- oh my god. Sheriff Hugby dangles in the middle of the room. An axe, attached to some strange mechanism in the ceiling, is embedded in his face. Oh god! That's right, he said there are traps. Oh my god. Also, criminal law note. This is not legal advice, this is just a thing in criminal law. This is actually a hypothetical that they teach you in criminal law, that like if you set up a trap, right? Like you're not intending it for anyone, you're just setting it up, quote unquote, as like defense or something like that. If that trap kills someone, that's still on you. Like that's still on you for first degree murder. So, well, the degree might depend on your jurisdiction's penal code, but yeah, no, it's still on you. In case anybody was like, well, what if I just like had an axe here? It's like, no, dog. Yeah, the the legal theory has already thought of that a century ago. It's still on you. Holding up his corpse in imitation of life. Holy shit! This old guy is really crazy, huh? Who the hell put something like that up in their house? Past the body, you could see a giant pumpkin through the door. What? To the garage, cracked open, its guts strewn across the floor, seeds dotted across the hardwood like a trail of breadcrumbs, leading to the basement stairs. Alright, Derrickson. Until we're out of here, it looks like you're the new sheriff. So what the hell did we walk into? Hostage situation. Hostage situation, my ass. That fucking rat Julius is doing something horrible to my boy. Down in the basement, that's what's going on here. Franklin, how's Bo? You got your eyes on him? The officer's voice calls up from behind the wall of roots, blocking the basement door. Yeah, he's breathing. We're trying to help. Is that Diner Kid? Should've known. You and Julius have been conspiring, haven't you? What'd you do to my boy? Shit. We have to go down there, don't we? You both know that you do. Corbin! Thank you, Corbin. I needed that laugh. You start down the hall, and as if expecting your arrival, the vines seem to shift. I don't think those are vines! I don't think those are vines! Those are very intestine-like. Parting slightly, letting you through. Oh, and there's the stone that I really, liked the drawing of. Avery! Avery, you deserve to be far away from here. Sweet angel boy. Why are you here? Who the hell? So, you try to undermine me, which should have known you'd try to find a way around the rules. You've trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before this gets worse. It's just unhappy. I didn't think something like that would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to placate it. If it wants a less broken body, it can have one. Then, we'll see if it still feels cheated enough to hold a grudge. It's not too late, Enoch. You can let Eddie have the baby, and your family can go back to normal. Happy and unburdened. I'll clean everything up. It can be like nothing ever happened. I'll even leave town. Manipulative hag. That's what you wanted all along, wasn't it? This whole ordeal was just an opportunity for you to have access to it. I know better than to hand an ounce of power over to you, Verena. Hey. Everybody still alive? Tabitha coughs. I think I broke something. Yeah, my ribs. Why do you have to wear such heavy boots? Enoch fucked everyone over. Babbling coherently about your vision. Have to find the witch. Find the witch. The witch? Sybil? No, other witch. You have lots of witches. The older witch. Older than that one. Just more witch. So you have business with her too. Guess I should have known I probably wasn't the only one whose life she decided to fuck with. But all that ends now. I'm in charge here. And I'll get what I was promised. Something moved. I know it's all blurry. Something moved in that blurriness. Hey man, calm down. It's all good. Oh no. Oh no. Your vision. Oh, that's what moved. It was that little guy. That was the thing that moved. Oh, I don't think Bo's gonna make it out of this. Whoa. Okay. Your vision finally focuses, and your mind is once again your own. Avery watches you furtively from across the room. The man Julius holds a gun in silent threat. Franklin sits hunched in the corner, his expression icy and unreadable behind his sunglasses. And in the corner is Bo. Something is attached to him, the source of the awful noise. It stutters with pained inhalations. Bo is still breathing, but he doesn't look well. The stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare. What the hell is going on down there? Even as he yells down the stairs, his voice is faint, barely audible behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. How's Bo? How's my boy? Let's bring the Scarlets up to speed, Julius. They look a little shell-shocked. Where do I fucking begin? Alright. So, the witch. I caught her doing some shit she shouldn't have been doing. And she offered me a deal if I kept it to myself. So maybe we can't trust Sybil. I know we were theorizing about that, Of like, maybe she means well, but her meaning well isn't super helpful. Maybe we just can't trust her at all. We can't trust anybody. No! I always wanted to raise a boy of my own. God never saw fit to give me the chance. She gave me the means to right that injustice. Only, it obviously didn't go quite the way it was supposed to. Calloway's interfered, just like always. Made it so I had to hatch him earlier than he was ready, and came out hungry. Too hungry for me to handle. He kept trying to get at me, so I had to hole up down here. Been stuck since fucking Wednesday night. Damn roots won't let me leave, and they've clogged up the drain, so I haven't been able to call that witch and get her to make things right. Sybil made this pumpkin homunculus thing? That's really powerful for just a random hedge witch out in the boonies. But I'm a man of preparedness. Figured I could wait it out until Beau here decided to trespass. Guess he lost a tussle with my boy and the two of them wound up down here with me. That about sums it up. I guess in the end, it's only fair. A son for a son. Birth ain't ever pretty, is it? It's not like it doing it the old-fashioned ways, all sunshine and roses. Yeah, it's usually not like this though, Julius. Just hope he winds up looking more like a person when he's done cooking. So, you blackmailed a witch for her magic beans so you could grow a boy? I'd watch what you fucking say to me. I'm not saying anything. I just wanted to make sure I understood your story. I don't give a shit about your story, Tremaine. None of that is a reason to shoot a cop. I didn't even hit you, you fucking pussy. It was self-defense. Castle Doctrine. Is Castle Doctrine... I don't remember if Castle Doctrine is applicable in North Carolina. I wouldn't be surprised, but... Anyway. Also, no, I don't think this situation... I don't think this situation would be Castle Doctrine, anyways. This whole thing would not be... yeah. An NC thinks so. Right? Probably. But also, I think... I'm just like waving my hand, like all of this might nullify Castle Doctrine just a little bit. Just a little. What the hell are you talking about down there? What the hell are you doing with my bow? Calm down, Calloway. You got this situation under control. Just let us talk it through. I don't know how keen-eyed that is. He said that he couldn't call anyone. Avery, what the hell is going on down here? Why are you here? You won't have to answer, kid. I don't need my business explained to every stranger who decides to pay me a visit. So, Julius hatched a baby out of the pumpkin? The really big pumpkin? You probably saw it upstairs. And then he was stuck in the basement for a couple days while it was upstairs, crawling around looking for food. Then, unfortunately, Beau showed up. All I heard was some yelling and crashing around up there, and I wound up with this shit on my hands, so I called the kid to come try to help me sort it out. That's me. Julius thought my plant expertise would come in handy. I can't say it's been that helpful, though. I feel like the baby is freaking out more than ever. Getting it out of Beau without killing him doesn't seem easy or possible. Would have been easier if everybody in town hadn't decided to show up and invited. Oh man. This is so messed up. What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh man. I don't think Beau's alive. Or if he is, I don't think he's... I would love for Beau to make it. I don't think he's gonna make it. Do you know how to contact her? The witch? Of course I fucking do. You think I'm just some sort of idiot who makes a deal without some way to get out of it? Not my fault that things went to shit before I could call her up. Fact is, I tried. The only means of contact I got is that faucet over there. What? It's fed by natural spring water. That's her preferred method of communication, like her internet, I suppose. This game is bringing in a whole level of magic that I was not expecting. I have another T. Kingfisher book to recommend if you like this chapter. A House with Good Bones might be really up your alley. I should really do reading recommendations after I finish up games. Sorry, I'm like holding my forehead right now and just trying to think this all through. I don't know why that's the thing that's breaking me out of everything else right now, but yeah, the faucet thing is what's breaking me. But as you can see, it's currently out of order. My boy's got his meat all in there. We won't be getting a drop out of it till he's calmed down. He's trying to ignore it, but the thing is reaching for him. Its little tendrils trying to extend in Julius's direction, and he's standing just outside of their reach. You'll have your witch as soon as this is all settled. So don't do anything stupid, none of you. Feels like you've only gotten part of the picture of why exactly Avery is here. They certainly stick out like a sore thumb here. Ooh. The conversation is interrupted by Bo shifting uncomfortably as the creature lets out a guttural moan. That's my boy! Enough of this bullshit! Somebody help me get this axe down. I'm not letting some damn tumor stop me. Hey, watch it! Calloway, you don't know what'll happen if you— And there's a sound of something being torn free from wood, then hacking at the vine like tendrils blocking the doorway. But no progress seems to be made. For every piece severed, another grows in its place. Bo writhes as if he can feel it, his face twisting with pain. And in a mirror to his suffering, the house groans angrily as the meat nestled between its walls constricts. This thing, threatened. It's tightening its squeeze. Duke needs to stop if he doesn't want his son to die very soon. You want to bring the damn house down, Duke? A string of desperate curses from upstairs, but the axe doesn't stop swinging. Bo squirms with discomfort. The baby seems to be digging deeper. Bo, Duke, if you want to say Bo, you have to stop swinging that axe. It's killing him. Shit! God fucking damn it! The frenetic hacking stops. Okay. Okay. You got 5 minutes, Allie. You hear? Less helpful, Duke, but it's something. We've got something to work with. Oh my god. Okay. We don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. No, don't just wait for something to happen. Bo and the baby. As much as I want to find out more, we don't have time. This game will punish me if I explore too much. Which I really admire about it. Julius, can't you see he's reaching for you? Maybe you should take him. It's just having some kind of spasm. Quit reading into it. Parenting is about sacrifice, Julius. Isn't taking it on yourself what any man should do? The hell would you know about being a man? Grow a pair, then tell me how you feel. I mean, that would be pretty cool if I could. You know I'm a man, Julius, and I think you're a coward. Okay, look. I don't know about all that, but I think Ale is onto something. It's about connection, you know? And you're having a stranger make the connection you should be making. Bullshit. I put plenty of work to connect. All those nights I bled for my boy in the fields. What, does that all count for nothing? This is my one chance for things to go right in my life. Everybody else got their chances already. Don't I deserve mine? That's the biggest load of horse shit I ever heard, Tremaine. Oh. Apparently there's a quick save button on the controller. I don't know what I hit to make it do that. You think life is so easy for everybody else? Like I don't got bills to pay? Like I ain't got any type of retirement ahead of me? You think a sacrifice is something you put on someone else? No wonder nothing ever went right for you. Raising Bo is the hardest thing I ever did, you jackass. You put your life aside for somebody you love, then you tell me about sacrifice. What? So I should kill myself? Rob myself of ever getting to see the fruits of all this? What was the damn point? You could always kill that thing instead. I don't think anybody has to die, Julius. Right now it's just Bo, and I know he's big, but he's still just one person. What if your kid wants more than one person can give? What if you actually let me help you? Julius falls into silence. We could handle it. Then I'd take care of him when you're, Avery glances at Franklin. While I rot in jail. Look, you wanted a legacy, right? If that's what this is about, then you are never going to get to see all of it. It's kind of the point. A legacy is like waves left after you jump into a pool. Evidence for other people to see how big a splash you made. You want that splash to be made in somebody else's blood? Julius says nothing, watching the thing as it continues to eat Bo. Its malformed hand is still outstretched, like a taproot searching desperately for water. What the hell are you talking like you know anything? Barely out of high school, what do you know? I know about nurturing things that don't even know I exist. I know about leaving a mark, even though nobody will know it was me, because nobody sees me. But somebody might see what I made. You want Bo's murder to be what they see? I don't think you do. So let me help you. Damn it. Should never called you up here. Listen to Avery. Let him help you. Julius doesn't respond. He watches as the boy shifts on top of Bo, crying meekly. What exactly are you saying we should do? Let him do that to us. Move him off of Bo. See if he'll come willingly, and hopefully the two of us can manage it better than he can all on his own. Especially if we're not fighting him every step of the way. And after it's born, then what? Do you keep feeding this thing people? Forever? It doesn't know anything. It has no idea what it's doing is wrong. Kid, don't bother. The man heaves a sigh, heavy with finality. Look at him. It ain't right. This ain't how a person is meant to be brought into the world. I should have known better the first time that damn witch told me to bleed for it. It's not how God meant for things to be made. It's no wonder what came out is some kind of demon. It might not be. I know there's some other way we can fix this without anybody having to die. I know we can. That's right. No one here has to die. Because that thing, it ain't a person. Oh, I feel really bad for the pumpkin baby. At the end of the day, I'll need it anyway. You're right, kid. When I was in a pinch, I didn't call anybody else. No cousins or nothing. I called you. Figured that means I didn't need to make myself a family out of dirt and blood after all.
Oh no.
Julius crosses the room, kneeling to pick up the garden shears by Beau's feet. The thing tries to reach out to him with a translucent hand, crying out for comfort that won't come. I'm sorry, boy. Julius, wait! He stabs the creature in its unnaturally soft skull. Beau's stolen blood oozes out from the orifices in the coagulated sludge. It emits one last wretched gurgle, and then... Oh no. The vines blocking the door slacken. The house groans unnaturally, straining under the weight of the dying meat of the creature's womb. The faucet in the corner of the room, finally unclogged, bursts to life, and water pours out onto the dirt floor. You wanted your witch? Well, here she comes. That woman is the literal last person on earth I want to see right now. Hurts. Somebody. Doctor. Duke descends the stairs, axe in hand, and surveying the scene with obvious revulsion. Jesus H. Christ. Your hands are wet. The water is spreading, pooling around you, making the floor slippery with mud. Duke, stay upstairs. Let me handle this. Like hell you will. That's my boy. He did that too. I'll kill you, Julius, you son of a bitch. Duke lifts the axe, charging through the now ankle-high water. But he stopped mid-swing. Beau's powerful hand, still strong even in his weakened state, has stilled the axe. It falls to the floor, its thump muted in the rising water. No one seems to notice, even though it's risen past their knees. Looks like we can finally leave. Officer, would you kindly give me your handcuffs so I can rearrest my cousin? Don't worry about getting up. I might as well take Ollie to the station myself. Tabitha! Tabitha! Yeah, poor baby. Yeah, I'm also glad that Avery didn't die. I was very scared for Avery. Hold on, I need to take statements. The water is suddenly much higher. It rises up past your ankles. Is nobody noticing the water at all? Hello? There's a lot of... Guys? Guys? But it is flooding. It's up to your chest now. There's no denying it. Do you not see the fucking water? The words are swallowed up as it finally overtakes you. That's the end of episode 5? It can't be. It can't be. There's no way. What? What do you mean? The end of episode 5. You feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or there should be. Your ears are filled with the sound of the rushing current. It's cold and dark, and there are people screaming somewhere. There are bodies in the water with you. They're all dead. 1,000 corpses, 1,000 homes, all torn to pieces. But the flood recedes. It hasn't happened yet. You are the mother of a daughter, and your daughter has told you about her terrible dream. It's going to kill everyone. You are not the one who had the vision, not yet. It has only been described to you by the daughter you have been teaching, as your mother taught you. You're the only one who can stop it, Mother. But you won't be strong enough. Her words are heavy. Where are we? We have to decide which thread to cut. Of course I'll stop it. Don't worry so much, daughter. No, Mother, I've seen it. You'll try to stop it, and you will die. But there's another path. Take my power. I give it willingly. But I want you to be your own person. I can't do this to you. I can't lose you. You will lose me in any path but this. If we do nothing, we will die with everyone else. If we flee, I will have the weight of 1,000 lives on my shoulders. I couldn't live. I would be lost either way. This is the way it must be. If I had a daughter, if I'm playing this run through with all my choices, right? I'm making all these decisions not for an optimal outcome, but if I had a daughter and it was a choice between 1,000 people dying or my daughter dying, yeah, I know what I would choose. You deny your daughter. I wouldn't be able to lose her. The flood comes, and despite your best efforts, the village is swallowed. 1,000 bodies and 1,000 homes. That's not how it happened. This has already come to pass, and there is no changing it now. No matter how much you might wish, it had all gone differently. Fair. Except, take your daughter back. You accept your daughter's decision. She is not the child she once was, and there is a confidence in her that you have no choice but to respect. You take her back, her power becomes yours. The flood does not come, the village is saved, and no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives. No one but you. Years have passed. You outlive everyone you used to know. You move on. You meet new people and you start a new life. You have another daughter. This time, the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows you what is coming. Rotting bodies in the streets, the smell of sickness on the wind, church bells ringing for an endless parade of funerals, an entire city whose gates will never reopen, everyone inside the walls falling to the cursed plague. You are among their number, your body no longer strong enough to heal even itself. You are not enough to stop it. Not as you are. There is another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future. Mother, what's wrong? Your daughter will never be as strong as you are, not after what you had to do, but she still carries in her some strength, enough Explain it to her as it was explained to you. You tell her what's coming. You explain what she has to give up, what you both have to give up. You love your daughter, after all. You will miss her as you miss your first daughter. She is angry. Even when you try to explain that she will be a part of you, that she won't die, she cries and tries to run away from you. Fate is attempting to cut its loose thread. Let her go. Your daughter leaves you. You resign yourself to the future. She is one of the first to die. The streets flood with disease, and bodies are buried, then burned, then left in heaps on the streets, until no one is left to remember any of their names. But that's not how it happened. The entire city rests on this decision. Stop her from leaving. You do not let your daughter run from you. No plague comes. The city never knows that it would have been a ruin. But there is an unhappiness in you. She didn't understand, and what you took of her is angry, confused, restless. You'll have to carry that with you. It is part of the burden of what you are. Now, no one knows the depths of what you have done over the years. You have not escaped notice. You find yourself in a capital in a place whose name has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you, their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. And the tapestry is once again revealed to you. The war rages, and it never stops raging, bleeding that spans generations, children born to die, decades of pain that leave a raw wound on the world. Or it ends before it begins. The few die for the sake of the many. You can guide powerful hands to crush those that need crushing, if only you have more power of your own. You call your daughter to you. You raise them differently these days. The disquiet left by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them. Can I just let this one be free? Please, just let one of them go. You have a change of heart. It has to end sometime. Let her go. Hundreds of thousands suffer, countless lives are cut short. Your daughter is among them. Even in her privileged place by your side, the war reaches her, and the both of you burn, along with everyone else. You saved her for nothing. But of course, that's not how it happened. Take her back. This daughter joins her sisters easily, as she has been trained to do. You are the only one who will remember her sacrifice and her name. A small rebellion is crushed before it becomes a revolution. The people in power are happy. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet, even an ocean away, power finds you. A man with aspirations. Anyone can hold power here, you've discovered, if they're vicious enough to want it. The hunger in him senses the power in you, and for a time, you humor him. You allow him to give you a life of comfort, you and your daughter. You don't see a future where he ever grows more powerful than you can imagine. Not until the vision comes. A war like none the world has witnessed, a fledgling nation devoured in the nest, a man who sits on a throne where none was meant to be, the world under his cruel fists, bowing to its crushing weight. The very ocean stained red by his influence. He is already on his way, you realize too late. You have been too close to him to see it. Your choices have already varied. The war is coming whether you strike now or not, the loose thread sticking out from a mass of blood, with you too weak to grasp it. But you have a daughter. You always have a daughter, until you don't. It's time to rest. Aren't you tired? Of course you are. But the world needs you. You can't let it end like this. The part of you that is your first daughter can't let you. Take her back and erase the man before his name can mean anything. She joins her sisters, as is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. The hole where he was is filled by lesser blood, none of them whom remember whose shoes they're stepping into, and none of whom can hope to command the way he would have. Blood is spilled, less blood, but you still feel every drop. You hide yourself away from the world. You and your daughter. The visions still find you, but here they are small, the decision's simple. You make them all the same, helping where you can. A storm halted, a conflict settled. Until one day, when you are shown a dark pit. Splintering wood, debris trapping everyone inside, bodies burning at the very rock, as the very rock catches fire, children screaming as their flesh bubbles, and then silence as the lungs fill with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. But the collapse did happen. The collapse happened, so we didn't take her back. You take your daughter's hand and look her in the eyes. They're green like yours. You don't want to do it this time. You stare out over the hills together as a plume of smoke rises into the air, but you can't hear the screams from here. You assume you will die one day, like anyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. Then the man comes, and with him, a vision. He has already decided. He is bringing something here, something ravenous that doesn't belong, but that has been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has its way now, whether you help him or not. They are opposing figures, it's true. More of the thread you've followed comes into focus, and for the first time, you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little cuts that you weren't there to mend. On and on it goes, longer than you can ever hope to follow. Its toll eternal and incalculable. Ads are about to start, so I'll leave it on this spot for a second, or for the 3 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm gonna hydrate. Whew, this is heavy. Hi, Prince. Hi. do you hear them? Prince was doing some squeaks, but she might have been a little too quiet to hear. Yeah, both of the girls are awake. Oh, you heard her? Yay! Yeah, that was Prince doing her little beeps. When she's happy and asking for pets, she'll do little beeps like that. Just a little And she doesn't need anything, she just wants some attention and some love. She's falling asleep a few feet away from me now. Yeah, she's a good kid. Sleep always watching birds out the window. Very good kitties. Oh. Alright. Let's see what the rest of this episode has. Little mice squeaks. Oh, even her hand looks different now, too. Instead of a hand, it's an eye. Oh, wow. But there is a new thread, too. If you are patient enough, if you are strong enough when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside the world. And it will give you so much power that you will never have to take a daughter back again. You could fix as many things as you'd care to fix. Floods, plagues, wars, kings. You look into her green eyes, so much like yours. You can't, but you did. Take her back and summon the entity into the world. You welcome her back, as you have with every daughter before her, and you help the man. He is arrogant, he cheats the thing from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will be over. But days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient. You have to be. If you're to stop the hurt that would scar a world without you there to guide it. Oh no. That's Kanika. That's Kanika. And now you are here, on the cusp of the end, the final daughter. Ale? Tabitha? Tabitha wipes her wet cheeks, doing her best to hide her tears before anyone can notice them. What are you two doing here? Are you real? Yeah, we're real. Are you? I don't know. Probably. I wasn't expecting anyone to see me off. I especially wasn't expecting the two of you. So that means you've made up my mind. Yeah. Don't try to talk me out of it. It won't work. Kanika. You're a good person, Kanika. I hope you know that. Oh my god. That's the person we were forgetting all day. It was Kanika. I was wondering why nobody was mentioning her, but... like, I knew she got sick in the last episode. You don't have to do this, Kanika. Yes, I do. You saw what's going to happen if I don't. What am I supposed to do? Go back to my normal life after this, knowing how many people are going to suffer through the generations because I was too selfish to save them? How could I ever live with myself? But I mean, you deserve to live too. Tabitha tenses. Another tear makes its way down her cheek. Allie, she's right. We have to let her do it. Yeah, and what about her brother? So don't try anything. I don't care if you think you're being a hero. This has to happen. I don't like that Kanika is trading her whole life for someone else's goals. It's not fair. Her life has value. She wanted to be a vet. Ale, I'm a college dropout, working a dead-end job in a dead-end town. I think I'm ready to stop lying to myself that I'm going to amount to anything on my own. Kanika. This is the most important thing I could ever do. It's more important than what most people do in a whole lifetime. Tabitha, how much did you know exactly about our family's history with all this? Please, don't ask me that. You know I can't give you a good answer. It doesn't matter anyway. Not anymore. You've seen enough of it to know that this is the right choice. I'll be fixing your family's mistakes for good. Somebody has to. Kanika, you're doing exactly what you did with the general store, throwing your life away because someone else is asking you to. Why do you think yours is less important than anyone else's? I don't. I just know I'm in a position where I can make a difference. And this is how I do that. And I'm just one person. We're not talking about trading one life for another. It's so much bigger than that. Allie, for the love of God, cut it out. This doesn't need to be any harder than it is. Quiet, dear. There's no need to let Ale talk you in circles. You already know the right answer, remember? Oh, you're right. All of this needs to end. I know what I have to do. So sorry for the trouble, Tabitha. This won't take long. Ale, don't you trust your cousin? I thought you were getting close. In fact, I know you are, because you wouldn't be doing this if she didn't care about you. This choice goes against everything her family worked so hard to maintain. We don't have to talk about that. What? About how letting this happen will give you both a powerful ally that will free the town of Scarlet Hollow. Free is not the word I would... No, that's fine. Whatever. She's going to free the town. There, are you convinced now? Let's just close our eyes and wait for this to be over. Your cousin has the right idea. Kanika can't save you on her own, but I can. I'm only able to tell you so much, but I tried to show you what I could. I'd hoped you would be able to trust me by now, for your sake. This is the only way your story gets a happy ending. She is telling the truth. So it's her life or ours? Is that what you're saying? That is a very distinct possibility, yes. though any harm visited on you won't come from me. You're in danger. I'm sure you can feel that. And I make a powerful ally. What's supposed to happen to Miles after all of this? Are you just going to abandon him or something? Of course not. Do you think I haven't had other children in the past? I just become something else to them. Someone who still loves them. He won't be alone. He'll still have the both of us, just in a different way than he's used to. And the question you should be asking yourself is, what will happen if you stop this from finishing? Do you think Miles will be better off with a broken family in a town where everyone stays trapped? Let him be free to have a future, Ale. Did you know I was going to wind up here? Doesn't this throw a wrench into your plans? I did see this possibility. No, inevitability, I suppose. I'd hope it would all be over before you could find me. I know it can be unpleasant to watch. I'd hope to spare you, even if I knew in my heart that all the worthwhile roads for you to walk would bring you here right before I could finish my work. But your being here only throws a wrench into things if you're unable to grasp the weight of what you're about to do. So ask as many questions as you need to. Explore all avenues. I will answer until you understand. Sybil, I don't feel super good about doing this. I know how unpalatable this feels. Ale, but pull back the curtain, and it's far kinder than anything you've been party to this week. How does a gentle exit compare to letting Rhys Kelly devour his mother? You saved Duke from a terrible fate, but at the cost of one of the few things still tethering Stella Richmond to reality. She'll be hurting for a long time, possibly the rest of her life. The town has been so unfair to her. You left Charlie's spirit to fester unresolved in the library. How many more lifetimes of suffering is he going to experience? Unlike his tormented spirit, Kanika's memory will be but a passing breeze. There won't be anyone to hurt from her loss. Even you'll forget her as soon as she's gone. The burden of remembering her is mine, and mine alone. I don't think you've made any wrong choices, Ale. Enoch's legacy has simply stacked the deck against you. My daughter is one person, and she won't die in the traditional sense of the word. She'll be here with me and her sisters. It will be gentle, like stepping into a pool. All of these lingering threads left by your decisions can still be mended if you let her help me. Ale, just listen to her, okay? Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Oh, sorry, Corvid. You're totally okay. I just didn't catch it in time. There's a timer on the auto mod, and if I don't see it in time, then it'll just, like, block. I know, this is tough. It was a very, very tough decision. But I mean, like I've said, it was one of the reasons why I really, really, really respect this game. And why I really love the writing, because wow, I don't know the last time that a game has ever made me feel this conflicted while still understanding, like, the conflict.
Like, there's disagreement with things that happen, but with understanding of why they happen, you know? So it's, and that is a hard balance to hit, especially in a horror game. So the writing is... yeah, the writing is so good. But damn, this hurts. This hurts. I don't want to sacrifice Kanika. Tabitha is trying to save us, so she doesn't hate us either. But what is she undoing? Like, if we do this, does everything vanish? Like, does this whole entire week just disappear? Is that what's going to happen? Because any time that she's used her power before, she's just wiped things off of the face of the earth. So, do we just all vanish? Because if it goes all the way back to Enoch, if Enoch doesn't exist, me and Tabitha don't exist. But then nobody would be cursed now. Why can't Kanika eat Sybil instead? Right? Let Kanika be the witch. Why should I trust you after everything that happened with Julius? Oh, the baby. The one he was supposed to keep incubating until the pumpkin had shriveled up in the field. I gave very clear instructions, you know. It isn't my fault that the Calloways decided it was their property, or that he decided to hatch it while it was still hungry. I saw the possibility, I won't lie to you about that, but I see many possibilities. It was just as likely that the baby would consume him before anyone was the wiser. And that's okay, too? Look, I'm not a fan of Julia's, but, that's a heck of a thing to casually say. Or that the pumpkin would be taken to the fair, and the thing inside would die when no one could see it suffering. Sometimes, Ale, pain is unavoidable. Julius wanted a fix for everything that had gone wrong for him over the decades of his life. I couldn't provide that, not after who he decided to become. It was already too late to stop those consequences from reaching him. What you're doing now is inviting a future with more pain. Please let me choose the kindest path instead. Sybil's always kept her bargains, Ale. Why can't you just be direct? Those are the rules. Every bargain has its rules. And what about this bargain? What rules would I be agreeing to? This isn't a bargain. I was always going to help you. After all, I intend to break the structures that have been holding everyone in place. I have no interest in building a new prison. Y'all, I'm gonna make a really hasty decision. And I think things might explode as soon as I do. So, buckle up. You rush towards Kanika, your hand outstretched, ready to rip her away from her mother's grasp. No! But your cousin grabs you before you can get to her. Ale, stop. Push past her and do what you set out to do. You fight with your cousin as you push forward, losing an inch, then gaining 2, and so on until your fingers wrap around Kanika's wrist.
Stop fighting this! You can feel your body tearing with the effort, but you hold the best you can, even as her hand slips through your fingers. Why do you care so much about what happens to me? Don't you get it? It's better if I go. Kanika is pulled away from you, and the dream floods back in. There. It's done. It's over. She tries to stealthily wipe away a tear. You're not sure why she's crying. Oh. I don't know if you all could see the achievement. There was a blank achievement that just came up that said missing data. And underneath it, it said forget somebody forever. And it's just blank. She's gone. And right before that was an achievement that said failed to persuade someone to not be forgotten. So, yeah, we weren't enough. But it seems like it is possible. So maybe on your playthrough, you can save Kanika. And then tell me about it so I feel less horrible. Oh, man. It's really good writing. It's really good writing. That punched me in the gut. Oh my god. What's done? Tabitha stares at you with wide eyes. Carmilla? You found me. That's what you came here to do, remember? Tabitha seems to be made uneasy by Carmilla's presence, but the red-haired woman is right. You were here looking for her. Is it? Yes. I was worried everyone had forgotten about me. I don't know how long I've been stuck here. I hope it's not too late. We need to get back to town. We have to help Stella and everyone else. But before that... She wraps her arms around you, pulling you into an embrace. She smells like herbal smoke and pine needles and the vaguest undercurrent of coconut. There is a comfort in the smell. It reminds you of something. Something that begs for you to hold on to it like a half-forgotten tree. Okay, break it up, please. I get it. You're very grateful to my cousin. Now, how do we leave? Sorry if I got a little carried away. I was just happy to know that someone like Ale cared enough to come and save me. Of course you cared. After the two of you spent the whole day looking for Stella together, even though you've only known each other a scant few days, it was only right that you come looking for her when she needed your help. She's replaced Kanika. She replaced Kanika. Oh my god, she replaced Kanika. I don't know what I would have done without you. And you too, Tabitha, of course. Was there someone else here? Maybe you're thinking of those figures, the ones that were dancing around through the illusions? All of this was meant to confuse us. Don't let it make you doubt reality. What did I come to save you from? This place? It took me out of the world, trying to isolate me, to erase me. I feel strange. Oh no, I think it's trying to get its hooks back into you. She takes your hand in hers, her grip light and delicate. She takes Tabitha's too, though Tabitha squirms uncomfortably, like she finds a woman's pleasant warmth unbearable. But you two have already broken free from the hold it had on you. It can't keep us here anymore. At that reassurance, the world shifts nauseatingly around you. It feels like you're being buoyed upwards, ascending rapidly, the dream rushing away like water down a drain until finally you surface. Where's Reese? Is he okay? We never found out what happened to him. He just left very severely injured and bleeding into the woods. You're outside. It's raining. You have no idea where you are. Tulip? Janie? Actually, finish episode 5. This is the end of episode 5. Only one major content update remains until the story reaches its conclusion in the final chapters. Stay tuned for updates on this final release by joining our Discord, following us on social media, or signing up for our newsletter. And that is where we're going to leave Scarlet Hollow Sundays until the last chapter comes out, which I think is going to be within the next year. It's coming soon. Holy shit. Yeah, it's a really good game. I highly recommend y'all playing on your own, finding your own stories. Definitely talk about them in the Discord with me. With spoilers and everything, so we don't spoil other folks, but I would love to know the things that y'all uncover on your own journeys into the Scarlet Hollow. And the game warns us over and over again, whenever you open up, it has a screen that says, this is a horror game, you cannot save everyone, you may not even be able to save yourself. And damn, it's not lying. But none of the main character deaths that happen feel unfair. Like, you can see everything that led up to this, and it's like so gut-wrenching, but it's also like, yeah, but I know how we got here. I know how we got here. Oh, man. So angry at Sybil. Yeah, I don't like Sybil. I don't like this character that has replaced Kanika. I miss our goth girl. I miss our goth girl. I tried to save Kanika, y'all. I really tried. I was willing to doom the whole entire town and everybody to try to save Kanika, but it didn't work. But maybe you can make it work. If you manage to save Kanika, let me know. But for now, yeah. So let's save. And like I said, one save. I think I'm definitely going to do playthroughs on my own just to see other stuff, because there's so many things I just have a million questions about. That was a really good chapter. That was really, really good. I can't wait for the last chapter to come out. And yeah, go support the game, because writing like this is really special in a game, in anything. This is really, really special. So please support it. Please, please, please support it. This, yeah. I don't know if she was... That's the thing that makes me wonder, like, was she so into us? Something that kind of freaked me out at the end was that she had a Kanika expression on her face. She had an expression on her face that was very Kanika. And so I just... Like, was that Kanika? Because, like, when she's melded with all of her daughters, she says, like, there's pieces of them still in her. So, like, was that Kanika giving us a hug?
You know, even though we don't remember her anymore, like she's in there giving us a hug goodbye. Because I think the perfume notes that we were getting were Kanika's perfume. I don't know. There's a lot of questions. There's so many questions. There's definitely a lot more tragedy and mystery ahead. Do we know if Wayne was telling the truth? And why is Wayne locked up in a room that is like right next to our room and that he has full access to? There's so much going on. We don't know if Tabitha actually cares about us or needs us for something, but it seems like Tabitha, like that Sybil was telling the truth. Because our street smarts told us that Sybil was telling the truth about Tabitha saving us. Like that she's getting rid of a lot of other things that she was supposed to be doing for the Scarlets to help save us. So we do have some bond with her cousin, even though she got us arrested. But you know, like I said, rough edges. There's a lot of manipulation happening, for sure. For sure, there's a lot of manipulation happening. Which is, maybe that's why I like Reese the most. Reese is the most unmanipulative character. Like, is he really stubborn and maybe needs to be told, hey, don't just eat people to save me? There are other decisions than eating people? Yes. But is he doing it in a way to manipulate anyone? No. He's just really, really, really sincere. And in his mind, options are, well, if that person is a danger, eat them. And maybe that's just a part of the non-humanness of him. And that's like a whole thing about monsters, right? Like, and why I think monsters are so cool is that they have a completely different outlook on, like, fictional monsters, right? Fiction. I don't know why I have to say that, but sometimes people don't understand that that's what I mean, even though there aren't monsters. Like, obviously they're fiction. These things don't exist in the real world, but for some reason, I do have to explain that. Fictional monsters have a completely different grasp and perspective on the world that is so interesting and fascinating to me. And while it's like, okay, well, there's some things that you have to do in order to exist peacefully within the human world, at the same time, I don't fault you that that's how your brain thinks, because you're not doing it out of malice or anything evil. You're just trying to do your best with the information that you have, which is completely different from the information I have. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I miss Reese. I wish he didn't get shot. But we didn't see him die on screen, so if you don't die on screen, I am still convinced, if you don't die on screen, and I think this game is following that rule, you're not dead yet. You have to die in brutal, horrible fashion on screen in order to actually be dead. And that hasn't happened to Reese yet. God. This game is gonna haunt me every single night for months. I'm gonna scream when the last chapter releases. I might do a stream, like, the minute it releases, I might just, like, start streaming of, like, alright, no, we have to like, call out sick from work, just immediately grab my computer, get everything together, and go like, no, we have to go back to the holler, we have to. Just go, emergency meeting, we have to go back to the holler. There's a weird redhead that took over our goth friend's place. And her monster boyfriend is bleeding in the woods. We have to go! Call out sick and go like, what's your reason for calling out sick? My monster boyfriend is bleeding out in the woods, and he's like notably described as a horse Steven, but it's cool, he's very sweet, and he's a very good artist. And he has great taste in movies. We have to go back! Oh man. Please save your game now. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like doing these longer story games on Sunday. They definitely, like, you know, take a lot of reading voice and stuff like that. And I kind of like that it's like, okay, we're doing like a more chill kind of, we're settling in for a couple hours of story time, right? I also like that y'all are cool with more, you know, like, there may never be a happy ending to this game. It's going to be surprising at this point if there's like a clear-cut happy ending. It's gonna probably be like a whole thing of gray. That's okay. But I like introducing those really complex, more meaty, sometimes more terrifying, sometimes more gut-wrenching stories to y'all. Especially because I really like supporting those kinds of projects and like supporting that kind of art being made. So I don't know if every Sunday we'll do intensive. I also really like this song, which is why I'm chilling out to it. I don't know if every Sunday stream message being only, it's time, pretty much. Like, it's gonna be all capital letters of like, we have to go. Oh, no, I know, Corvid. You're amazing. You're great. I love having you here for these. I love having all of you here. You're a very good group you're all very good beans about these more like involved stories that are tough. Like, these are tough stories. They're very complex and have lots of shades of gray going on, and I love stories like that. I'm gonna have to do a reading journal stream again so I can show you all my cool stickers and also just like talk about the books I've been reading this year, because I've read almost 60 books so far this year. And a lot of them are really fucked up, and I like reading fucked up stories that are really well done. You know? They're cool. So yeah, I think Sundays are a great time to do that. It's a time where usually I got stuff done in the weekend, I had time to relax. We can do it. I still have time to relax afterwards and rest my voice before work. No. Sunday's just a good time to chill. So again, not every Sunday, but I'll save Sundays for stuff like this. We have done a Slay the Princess playthrough here before. I don't know if I ended up saving that VOD. There was a couple of months that I missed the VODs because I didn't realize they got deleted off of Twitch. Because it didn't used to be that way. VODs used to stay on for a really long time, and I didn't know that they got deleted over time. So I thought I would still have the backups. So I think Slay the Princess was one of the ones that got lost. There was like about 6 months of VODs that are just gone forever because I didn't know they were going to be saved, and I was finishing law school, so I had a lot on my mind. So I didn't check. And I think Slay the Princess is one of the lost VODs. That might be something that might be fun to do soon. But I do have tons of really story-heavy games, always, because it's one of my favorite things. So, thank you all so much for letting me have this space to share these kinds of things with y'all, and to support these kinds of really cool projects that I adore, I love, even though they make me cry and make me want to throw up because of how gut-wrenching the story is. It's great. It's great. I love it. I love throwing up? No. That's not it. But as always, I will always try my best to make sure that there are content warnings. Love this team for having an episode per episode content warnings page. Beautiful. I wish all games would do that, but I will always try to do that, especially with the horror games. Other than that, yeah, I've been yapping enough time. I'm gonna send you somewhere cozy to relax. There's all sorts of places I could send you. And yeah, that's really it for me. I'm gonna go lay down and think about life
for a while. Oh man, this always happens. There's always way too many good choices. Oh, you know what? No, but what if? I see like 10 good choices. Bail everyone, take care. Yeah. You know, I don't think I've ever rated a Barry stream, and he's doing art? Oh, yeah, go watch Barry art. That rules. He's drawing Goofy from Kingdom Hearts? Yeah. Go enjoy... I don't know what's going on. That'll be a good brain cleanser from everything that we've done today, so I'm gonna send you over there. Have fun.
Have as much red.
I'm gonna go rest.
Red.